progressive.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
Did you know that Wendy's has any size soft drinks for just $1? Yeah, any size, anytime. Like $1 Coke, $1 Sprite, or even $1 strawberry Fanta. Okay, could we maybe switch up the sound effect, please? Because I'm losing it. Wow, no, not that. Any size soft drink for just $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, October 25th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 87 in hour one of today's show. We'll continue to break down the upcoming matchup between the LSU Tigers and the Texas A&M Aggies. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Welcome into Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota.
Come in, if you dare.
We're bringing you the spookiest sports talk in town. With Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Aren't you scared?
Live from the haunted Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo, boy! Here we go, baby. The penultimate day before it all goes down. My God, dude, how could you not be walking around with a little excitement in your belly right now? Some butterflies, some adrenaline. As the LSU Tigers get ready to head to College Station tomorrow night. We got Kirk and Herbie we got Fowler and Herbie on the call. It's going to be simply fantastic. As we said yesterday, blackout in that stadium, the light versus the dark, LSU and the all-whites trying to make it 2 in a row, and Garrett Nussmeier tried to assert his legend. Cannot wait. Jake, what's going on, man? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling much better than I was earlier in the week, so hopefully get some juice as I get ready to travel to College Station. I didn't know Fowler and Herbie were on the call again. I guess I should have known, being ABC game, but is that the third or fourth that they've I know they were on South Carolina.
They were on South Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, that's just, that's
the ABC
just
game.
That is the
South
weather
Carolina,
vane.
it was another one.
That is the weather vane that tells you how big of a deal the game is. And anytime you have those guys on the call and it's at night, you're playing in a game that is a headliner, a main event. This ain't the undercard, guys. Even LSU Ole Miss, millions of people watch, but you were still the undercard. This Saturday, it's all about you, okay? You're in the octagon on the main stage, and everybody in that building's going to be cheering for you to lose. What are you going to do about it? You're going to come out in those icy whites, and you're going to execute at a high level, and you're going to say, we control our own destiny, because that's what you have the opportunity to do. Stare into the gaping maw of the College Station dragon and spit down its throat. That's what you have the opportunity to do. And And I would have it no other way. I'm so ready for the quantum stress during the game, floating between wins and losses, the highs and lows. I'm ready for the fight. And I can't wait. And I know the boys are. That is the thing about this LSU team. They've been tested. They've been in the fight. I know how they're going to respond. That doesn't mean they're automatically going to win. But they're going to give you everything that they have in order to try to. And that makes me very, very happy. Before we continue, Alondra, Tay, how we doing this morning?
I'm doing great. I've got a block fit class at 11:30. I'm going to do obliques and cheeks.
Nice. Obliques and cheeks.
Yeah. See, I'm getting snatched.
I agree, dude.
How do you do a face workout? Well, I mean, she said cheeks.
Yeah, she's going to be smiling so much from all the endorphins. Is that what you do?
She's
going to be smiling from all the endorphins.
I'll try it.
God.
I'm not going to lie, dude. I think the Evolve is really, I mean, I was looking at my butt last night, and I was like, damn,
Were
dude.
you like, ooh?
I was like, this is the profile. Be like, this thing is starting to pop right now. Yeah, no, exactly. I was like, okay. I see you. Tay, how's your butt looking? Probably
as
just
flat as ever, but
I was about to say just concave.
Guys, I have a complaint to make this morning. I'm sorry.
Not surprised.
I know it's Friday.
Nobody's surprised.
Okay, there's an epidemic going around in my hometown.
I'm kind of excited.
And it happens to be leaving your car on at the gas pump and just playing the loudest, most obnoxious music you can so everyone else at the gas station can enjoy it as well. I hate that. Please stop doing that. It's happened to me 3 times this week, and I tell you what, it's been different every time. This morning it was rap. Earlier this week was like old jazz, and I don't remember what the third one was. So like, I appreciate I appreciate the variety, but it's like, look, man, just listen when you get in your car. I'll listen when I get in my car.
That'd be like a Morgan Wallen listener move. Would be to leave that thing cranked up at the pump.
Yes.
Why was Morgan catching strays?
Right.
I got to be honest. I don't love the Morgan Wallen fans that much. I know I'm friends with a lot of them, but there's also a lot of guys that I look at from afar, and I kind of feel like they look like D-bags.
There's one person that you might not ever recover with that.
Look, that's fine. I know I have a lot of friends that love Morgan Wallen. That's all good.
I don't speak in absolutes like that about music. I feel like it is your choice,
portions,
your deal.
I said portions of the fan base that are maybe not for me. And also, just who does that at gas stations? Young kids. And I feel like high school bros probably love Morgan Wallen. If I was in high school, I would have had Morgan Wallen probably cranked up, gone to the gas station, opened the door, full blast, with like a Skull Peach dip in, thinking that I just ruled the world.
Peach?
Yeah, I tried it at a NASCAR race one time, and I don't know.
So nice.
The guy this morning was like 45. Like he was like 45.
Hey, Karen, relax, okay?
No,
just pump your gas. Get over it, dude.
Look, there are a lot of things.
This is a major Karen move,
No,
dude.
I get it. There are a lot of things to complain about. This is not that unreasonable, guys. Like, it's not like you're playing music. I mean, it's like super loud.
You are not wrong in that it's a bit of an absurd move.
Yeah, why do it?
But to call it out is, I mean, that's just got to be like water off your back. Just keep it moving.
I'm just curious as to why.
At least you're not confronting the person in real life.
I'm saying it's not that big of a deal. I just want to know, like, what goes through your head. You're like, you know what? I'm going to share these tunes with the world. Everyone should hear
I said, I may have done some adjacent things in my time, when you're just really feeling, you're in a great mood, whatever music your feelings got you in a great mood. You know how you always want somebody to listen to music that you're into, but it never really hits the same for the other people, even though you desperately want it to. That's all they're doing, That music has them riding on a super high, and they want you to ride that high with them.
I feel like I don't leave my car on at the pump because that whole thing where your car's gonna explode if you leave it on. Like, I just get so scared.
By myself, I turn it off for sure. Sometimes I'll leave it on if the kids are in the car because it's hot.
That's a more interesting conversation because, to be honest, I've gotten to the point where now I leave it on every time, and every time I wonder, am I gonna die?
I know, right?
Is this actually dangerous? I can't tell.
One time I was on the phone and I was pumping gas, and my friend was like, "You're not supposed to be on the phone and pumping gas."
Some sort of static charge or something.
And so now I don't even touch my phone when I'm pumping gas.
We'll have a cell phone with a line through it.
Oh, wow.
Of that, yeah.
I'll say this. that would just be a really wasteful way to go out.
Right?
I mean, come on. Pumping gas of all the ways.
Right.
Please no. Please no. I ended up making peace with it by saying that as long as I don't crank the car while pumping, it's okay. Because there's like a spark involved in that somewhere along the line,
it's like
right?
already idle. You're good.
So if it's already idling, I'm good. I don't know. I mean, if it's actually dangerous, let me know because I don't want to, blow up me and my kids.
Never thought about it.
But you turn it off every time?
I turn it off every time, but like I've never like just thought about leaving it on. Like I've never thought I was going to die if I left it on. I just never leave it on.
Taylor strikes me as the type of person that takes advantage of the windshield washers at the gas station when he runs into one. Have you ever washed your windshield with a little complimentary washing wand?
So once, like in my entire life.
Yeah.
Once.
Okay, not as much. Not
just
as much
because like, well, I was actually headed to work one morning. Like, I don't know what happened. I could like barely see. The car washers are open. I was like, I got to get this off. But no, I don't use it. Like, they're kind of gross.
They are kind of
gross.
You
look at them and it's supposed to be blue, but like there's so much stuff in there. And I was like, my windshield's probably dirtier than it was.
It's just really
before.
like for bugs to get them. Like if you can't see, like
that's
you've been
true.
going down the interstate or something.
Just a ton of bugs. I just eat mine. Like a little gorilla. I just climb on the hood and I just eat it like, when gorillas eat out of each other's hair.
Yeah.
I do the same thing, but for my car. I've gotten some weird looks at gas stations before. Fonz is trying to say that there's always a spark. That's how the engine works. Well, joke's on you because I don't know how the engine works.
Yeah.
And ignorance is bliss. So I don't think there is a spark.
No, I don't think so.
Unless I crank it, So how about that logic? All right, but getting back to the game tomorrow. I have a long quote that I'm going to read, Jake, from Jesse Palmer. And I think it's very interesting.
The Bachelor?
Yes, The Bachelor. The Giants, the former Giant quarterback. While he was on The Bachelor, I think he was third string for the Giants back then. Also, Jesse Palmer's so jacked.
Is he?
He is so huge. Every time I see him, I guess it's because he does a lot of traditional Hollywood stuff. So you see him around like
little people,
tiny Hollywood people, and he just always looks like a complete giant to me. Doesn't he host Bachelor in Paradise now?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Chris got canceled.
He got canceled?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, wow. Taylor feels some type of way
we
about
talked about it during break. It was just really dumb.
I know. It probably was, but also
I think he got removed, and then it was kind of like, never mind, but it was too late, I think.
That could definitely be the case as well. I mean, I feel for him, but he's fine. He did quite well for himself with The Bachelor.
Wait, are we getting started with Jesse Palmer?
That's a great idea. I think we should, Alondra.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
Locally owned and operated, Tiger Labor 7 are proud to serve the Baton Rouge area of business with fast, flexible service. You dealing with no calls or no shows this morning, you're short-staffed, give Tiger Labor 7 a call and let them meet your workforce needs with the shortest waiting period in the industry, Tiger Labor and Staffing. So, okay, this is a long quote. I apologize. Stick with me, okay? This is Jesse Palmer on the Ryan Russillo podcast talking about Garrett Nussmeier. Quote, I mean, he doesn't have Jaden's escapability, so he has to rely on the clock in his head and just throwing balls way before receivers are out of their breaks and just understanding coverage, picking spots downfield to lay the ball into. It's remarkable. I just, as a former quarterback myself, can tell you anticipation is something that I think is sometimes inherent. It is not easy to teach. You can rep it in practice. You can talk about it all you want. I think some guys got it. I think some guys don't. Garrett Nussmeier has it, and every single week. Like, his offensive line is really good. They have the best combination of tackles in Campbell and Jones in the entire country, but he's under duress a lot. He's got to get rid of it early, and he does it every single week. It's remarkable. And why this quote stood out to me, Jake, is because, and it almost perfectly echoes what Flynn said a couple of weeks ago, where he talked about Garrett being able to throw to guys that traditionally you would not think are open, a skill that Flynn had to learn from Aaron Rodgers in the NFL. And even Flynn said he too believes a lot of that is natural. the ability to anticipate, and then the courage to go through with it. Like Jesse said, you can rep it in practice, but can you do it on 4th and 5 with the game on the line? Because Garrett Nussmeier can. And I just found that to be very validating and encouraging going into this weekend where Garrett Nussmeier is your greatest advantage in this game.
Yeah, we were talking about it on off campus yesterday, and EJ kind of asked me a question like that, and I was like, well, his understanding of coverages is his biggest strength. There's no question about it. And because we were actually talking about, getting the pre-snap penalties against Arkansas because, Garrett does want to get you in the best possible play.
Yeah.
And he was at the line of scrimmage a lot against Arkansas, making sure the protection was right, and that is going to be a challenge in College Station, right? It was a good atmosphere in Fayetteville. It was a really good atmosphere in Williams-Brice in South Carolina. It's going to be another notch up in College Station, and it's one of those things where he knows so much, and he's getting you in the right play that you do got to be careful, make sure that play clock's not running down, but that's just because he understands it at a different level than I think anybody I've seen in college football this year. The throws that he made against Ole Miss, those guys weren't open. They were going to be open.
No.
Even on the 4th down, like games on the line, and he throws with anticipation. It is by far, I think, the thing he does the best. He does it better than anybody in the country. That's why now the conversation is whenever I have somebody on this show, that show, whatever show, hey, you got 90 yards to go. You got about 4 minutes left in the game. Which quarterback in the country are you taking? And almost every person will say Garrett Nussmeier right now.
So that is kind of the point of this entire segment is he is, to use wrestling terms, he is really close to going over, right? Like he's been doing a lot of his work in the shadows. Like I said, Ole Miss, huge undercard opportunity. He showed out big time there, impressed the country. Now he's got a main event. And it's on the road again against a heavyweight. Battle the undefeateds. And he's climbing up NFL draft boards. He's climbing up all the, CBS Sports has him ranked as the number 1 quarterback in the country. Or, yeah. Or no, maybe it was SEC. Because I don't know how they would rank him versus Shooter. Shooter's playing great as well. Anyway, the point is CBS Sports has him way up there. Aaron Murray had him at the top quarterback in the SEC.
Jordan Rodgers. So, the Nuss hype is building, and if he goes out and does what we know he's capable of doing this Saturday, he could be kind of the consensus top quarterback in America and maybe even getting close to consensus top quarterback in the draft or better than Ewers or back. The opportunity for Garrett Nussmeier this Saturday is massive. And well, go ahead. No, I was just going to say, if you go on the road this week and you do it in that environment, and the job that they've been doing, getting in the right play and doing that, it's the throws, it's everything that he's done, but it's also leading the offense. If you get that done at the efficient level that he's been doing it across this country, no matter where they've played, Las Vegas, South Carolina, Arkansas, you name it,
all over the place,
right? I mean, he has gotten that done. If he can do that again, LSU wins this game.
Yep.
If he plays like he has played, if he does the things that he has done, pre-snap and post-snap, then LSU wins. He is the key to victory.
You know what I think is interesting just in terms of really, again, reinforcing how good Nuss has been this year? Leads the SEC with 18 passing touchdowns, and that's with throwing none, right, last week. But, if you look at quarterback rating, college quarterback rating, it doesn't, for whatever reason, I don't know what exactly the math is there. It doesn't reflect super highly on him. It's kind of middle of the pack. But if you look at QBR, the metric that a lot of NFL quarterbacks are judged by nowadays, and that is, pretty stringent, he leads the SEC with an 82.5. And anytime you're in the 80s in QBR, you are playing the position very, very well. So make no mistake, although if you look up some traditional stats, it may not look as if he is the best in the conference. He actually is. And that's not even getting into, like Jake said, the contextual success of game on the line, making the plays that you need to against South Carolina, making the plays that you need to against Ole Miss. And you got to have your teammates too, right? I mean, you think about South Carolina, you throw that pick. What does the defense do? They hold strong. They get you the ball back, and you go and you reward your teammates holding the line. So it remains a team game, obviously, but we all know the quarterback is the queen on the board. And that's one of the main reasons why LSU has had so much success this year. They are 7th in the country in pressure rate, top 2 in sacks, and they are top 2 in sacks allowed. You protect the quarterback, you get after the quarterback, that's a lot of the makeup needed to be a great potential playoff team. And right now, it's exactly what this is. And tomorrow night it's actually more of a play-in game than it almost is an elimination game, because both teams will still have the ability to run the table should they lose. But if you win, I mean, the math is really going to be on your side that you could be involved in the first ever college football 12-team playoff.
You don't have a loss. You don't have a loss in conference play.
Yeah.
And, like we've talked about, everybody else has one. And then you still face some of those teams, certainly for LSU, that are going to be in the conversation. I mean, A&M as well. They play Texas at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So it's not a death knell by any means. But still, if you win this game, I think you buy yourself another mulligan.
Yeah.
Like they kind of have one right now. You buy
Absolutely.
yourself a mulligan, right? Anybody that's ever played in a golf tournament appreciates that. And so that's what's on the line here. And it's not going to be easy. Like, if LSU wins it ain't going to be easy. They got Alabama, they got Vanderbilt, they got Florida on the road. You got Oklahoma, who doesn't look great right now. But outside of that, these other teams, they got some juice to them.
It's funny. I'm more worried about Vandy than Oklahoma.
Right?
Sad times up in Norman.
Vanderbilt beat Alabama, right?
Yeah.
And 2 of those teams left in it. But it is wild that a Vandy game inside Tiger Stadium worries you more than an Oklahoma game in Tiger Stadium.
All right, when we get back, I got a few more thoughts on this very subject. Continue to break down the game. If you want to get involved, youtube.com/1045ESPN. Hit the like button. You can get your comments in there. Come hang out. Friday, let's have ourselves a weekend, guys. More Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Community Steel Company. That's communitysteelco.com. You need steel. Okay? And you want them at a steal of a price. You want to go to Community Steel. They got the best prices. All your purlin, tubing, roof, and sheet metal, steel buildings, any steel accessories, all right there. Manufactured in Gonzales. So they buy the steel from the wholesaler. They manufacture themselves. No middleman jacking up the price on the back end. You're not just some number on a spreadsheet or an online order form. You have relationships with humans. And they've grown where they can do any level project. Commercial, residential, they do it all. Community Steel Company.
Go to the website today, see where they're located in Gonzales, Louisiana, top right corner of the site. Click on that because they've already been there for 21 minutes. Like we tell you all the time, if we're on air, they are already there for you. So go to the website today, find that information at communitysteelco.com, communitysteelco.com, 225-647-2020.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Brack, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
The only thing scary about the deals at Bayou Ford is if you miss out on them, like $15,000 off F-150. Bayou Ford has $15,000 off Ford F-150. All new Bayou Ford vehicles.
It's Friday after 5. I got here just in time. Went ahead and with a line before I went.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
What's happening, y'all? Who is this?
Who do you think it is?
Oh, this is work.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Garrett Nussmeier and getting into the right play and getting the perfect protection.
Right.
Here's what's interesting, Jake. A&M only blitzes 16% of the time.
Yep.
That is the 8th lowest in all of FBS. So this is a team that knows, look, we have Nick Scorton, we have Shamar Turner. Is it Shamar Stewart and Shamar Turner? Am I being crazy?
No.
I'm not. Okay.
No, not on this. You're not being crazy.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay, I was freaking myself out for a second. Is that we know we got Nick Scorton, we got Shamar Turner, we got Shamar Stewart. Like, we can get pressure with 4. We're going to rely on that. I don't think they can get, not consistently, they can't get pressure with 4 in this matchup, right? Like we've said, we've seen LSU throw the ball 40 times a game against some of the best pass rushes in the entire country, and not a 2 sacks given up, and not a single one credited to an O lineman within that. So my question to you, Jake, is how do you think A&M plays this? Because if you remember, Ole Miss played coverage early and had some success with it. Garrett adjusted. They end up breaking through. But does A&M stick with who they are, or a defensive guy in Mike Elko, does he have some tricks up his sleeve here ready for Nuss and company?
I think they bring pressure because if you watch the Arkansas game last week, Arkansas started the game trying to do what they did against Tennessee, whereas they were playing more off coverage, quarters coverage. Hey, let's keep everything in front of us. And then a guy like Garrett Nussmeier is like, okay, well, I'm going to throw it to C.J. Daniels on a hitch. I'm going to throw it to Kyron Lacey on a hitch. I'm going to make you adjust to it. And then if you do, we're going to take a shot. They did. C.J. Daniels, pass interference in the end zone. So,
oh God, that was a touchdown. That should have been a deep shot touchdown.
Yeah.
Actually.
And so Arkansas changed what they were doing, and they got more aggressive. And it worked for about almost a quarter. I mean, it worked going into the second half. And then LSU adjusted, and they found a way. And then, LSU obviously runs away with the game. I would assume A&M starts like Arkansas adjusted to. And then if they have to make the adjustment, they will. But Arkansas did have some success. And look, Scorton's really good football player, going to play a long time on Sundays. He's got 4.5 sacks, really good player.
Yeah.
Nobody else has more than 2 on the team. So they are talented. You mentioned Turner, very talented player. He's got 2 sacks on the year. Stewart, very talented player. He's got 1.5 sacks on the year. I don't think that they can get home just rushing 4.
Yeah.
It's a good front.
I didn't consider that.
But not against this LSU offensive front. So I would assume they are going to be more aggressive, a la Arkansas a week ago. And look, Arkansas had a better pass rusher than anybody that we're talking about. Again, Scorton's a really good player. I mean, Landon Jackson is an All-American.
You think Landon Jackson better pass rusher than Scorton? I mean, Lane Jackson's awesome. I think that Scorton's
watching the tape. I do. They're
different. He has some good moves.
They are different players.
His hand fighting last week was pretty beast.
NFL teams are going to evaluate them probably differently. Different defenses.
I mean, Scorton's got the statistical edge, but I understand what you're saying. I mean, watching Landon get Will on 2 reps was very impressive because it was a really good
and you have to
karate chop down, rip up. Great, excellently timed. It was really good.
And you have to think when people play Arkansas, he gets all the attention.
Yes, very true.
Scorton gets most of it.
Very true. Very true. Scorton, for what it's worth right now, his sacks rank him, let's see, 8th in the SEC. But he's been disruptive in the run game because he does have 11 tiffles, which is actually second only to Kyle Kennard, who leads in both sacks and tickles because he's awesome. Braden Swinson right there with Kennard in sacks and then at 8.5 tiffles of his own. So some premier edges being featured for both teams in this game. But to Jake's point, it's hard to believe if you're A&M that they can get away with just rushing 4 and get enough. A&M's pass defense has been pretty good this year. Let me get you a game log. So they rank 10th in the FBS. Opponents completing just 54% of their passes against them. They're 16th in third down defense, so they've been doing a pretty good job of getting off the field. LSU's at 49% conversion rate. They've been doing a good job of staying on the field. But even though the pass defense stats, I should say, Jake, are pretty good. There is, the thing I keep going back to, they just have not faced an offense anywhere near LSU. I mean, Notre Dame's offense, deeply, deeply flawed. Florida, actually, one of the better offenses that they would have faced this entire year.
Yeah.
And completed 62% for 250, 2 touchdowns, but threw 3 interceptions. Basilak from Bowling Green. Basilak, Connor, remember him? Beat LSU Mazzaglia today. He was 20 of 37 for 251 touchdown, but 1 pick. Taylon Green, 23 of 41, 280, but 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Brady Cook was awful. He got dominated. But then even Van Buren last week, 22 of 41, 242, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. So those guys did okay. None of those guys is close to Nuss. And that's why I got major questions for this A&M secondary, because right now I see a dearth of weapons in the SEC. It's actually kind of insane. Georgia doesn't have weapons. Alabama doesn't have weapons. I think we would say Texas has weapons, though it didn't look like it against Georgia. But LSU may actually have the best weapons in the entire conference. They've been Ole Miss, I guess I should say, are right there with one another. And I want to see this. Now, this A&M defense is going to be pumped up by that crowd, but I do want to see how they handle what will easily be their best test yet.
If I asked you, okay, rank these 3 defenses, Ole Miss, South Carolina, A&M, how would you rank those? Because when you look at the stats, Ole Miss only giving up 10 points per game. South Carolina only giving up 18 points per game. We know what South Carolina can do getting after the quarterback. You mentioned it yesterday, the most forced fumbles in the country.
2 per game.
So, Ole Miss is only giving up 66 yards on the ground per game.
I think, so I would still put South Carolina first. I think, even if you take Ole Miss's FCS games out, they still have really good sets. I think Ole Miss's schedule has contributed. South Carolina's played a hard schedule.
That's true.
I'd
go South Carolina.
I would go South Carolina first. Now, then would I go A&M or Ole Miss?
Because they're kind of their strengths are very similar. Their strengths are kind of the same. I guess really
it's kind of a wash.
My point in bringing it up is LSU's played 2 at minimum really good defenses.
Yes. Yeah. I agree.
And they've handled those.
And you played the toughest defense, I think, on the road. And remember, that second half, South Carolina could not stop you. And that's with think about the points you put up, and that's with what? 2 possessions that ended inside the 5-yard line? A 3rd red zone turnover maybe as well? Like, you were moving the ball at will. Now, obviously, this game, I don't think you can get away with the turnovers like you did against South Carolina. You're going to have to play more perfect. I think just with the setting and Elko's team being a bit more disciplined. And then look, if we want to flip sides of the ball, which we can get to more next segment, you got to stop the run. Like, Jake, actually, let's do this. When we get back here, let's explore where would you say that Texas A&M has an advantage in terms of group-on-group matchup. Yeah. Not like, wide receiver versus wide receiver, but like wide receivers be DBs and everything. Right. Let's get to that next here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge is your home for your next vehicle. Whether it's a brand new vehicle, maybe it's a Toyota certified used vehicle, maybe you just need a rent for a trip or something. Maybe you need a body shop or a service and you got in an accident, or you just need a general checkup service. I just got 4 new tires put on. Well, all of that is at All-Star Toyota, and they got factory parts. All makes and models are welcome. They got the rental cars right there from Miss Lee Sessions. They got the shuttle service to pick up, drop you off. Remember, tomorrow night at All-Star Toyota, the trunk or treat, 5 to 7 p.m. Go see them. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, All-Star Toyota BatonRouge.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, remember you can rent a Toyota. So let's say you're going to College Station tonight and you're like, I'm having car issues, or I want a rental. It's not too late. You can still do that. Take that to College Station. Go watch the Tigers play. Find it all online at All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you in a new 2024 Ram 1500 truck for only $32,898. $32,898 for a new Ram 1500 truck. All new Bayou Automotive vehicles come with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
The best.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
So let me keep going for a little bit longer. This song makes me want to rage.
This was definitely heard while you were working out at Evolve.
This is what I listen to. I am an EDM.
That's what I'm saying.
Cheese boy.
I know you are.
Whenever I work out.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I freaking love it. Running, lifting.
I feel like you're
all
doing
of
a
it.
kettlebell squat right now.
Hell yeah, dude. They I've always plays these crazy mashups. Some work sometimes. Some really weird. I'm trying to think about. Oh, you know how like EDM songs love throwing in like a random clip right before the drop. Oh man, this story's falling flat on its face because now I can't remember what it is, and I meant to because it was very funny. This is the kind of music Diddy played at the Freak Off, probably. I'm getting pumped up enough where we're getting back into Freak Off territory, but we're gonna treat this game with a little more respect. Okay, we're gonna treat this game with a little more respect. Boom, 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 boom. This part right here. Oh my God, that makes me want to fight someone. All right.
Makes you want to fight?
Everything. It makes me want to do all the words that start with F.
Frolic?
Including flatulent.
Is frolic start
and
with
frolic.
an F?
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to frolic. So when LSU
football,
and it definitely
Yeah.
makes me want to football.
You're right. I mean, what you
1,000%. 1,000% it makes me want to football.
I thought I was in the clear. I still sound like I've been smoking Cowboy Killers all night.
Yeah, but it does sound better. We've been on a consistent, climb here.
Did you try any of the remedies we gave you?
Are you at all freaked out by the game? About the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. I've done
honey, tea.
Yeah, I've done. I've even gotten
whiskey.
Meds.
I thought you were going to say meth. I was like, I don't think we said that.
You told me meth in the hallway.
Yeah, I know. That was. I was joking. I thought you
He
knew
even
that.
sent me under the bridge.
Well, okay. Let's chill. Yeah. Don't give all my secrets away here.
That's true. Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
How do you think I get so pumped up for whiskey and wine? I'm just on meth the entire time.
That explains a lot.
That explains why last episode was Black Mirror-esque.
Oh man,
seriously.
I'm just on meth. I'm just hard to that crystal, dude. No, don't, guys. Come on, please don't. Please
That's
don't
what.
do meth.
Did y'all see everything that Liam Payne what was on the toxicology
Oh,
report?
no,
It was
no.
literally everything.
Mm.
Like any drug you can think of, it was in there.
Like Hitler. That's how Hitler was back in the day. Now the Nazis, they were on meth.
Yeah.
They called it Pervitin, and turns out that's how you blitzkrieg. You just get everybody super high on meth and nobody sleeps and they just fight for 48 to 72 hours straight. Crazy. Blitzed. Everybody should read Blitzed if you want to learn more about that situation. Crazy book.
Not a football book. Just
Not
to
a
warn you.
football book. World War II book.
Yeah.
Based off the journals of Hitler's personal doctor. Now, defensively let's explore our question again.
As one transitions.
Where, should we do like a floater here to transition? Get Gordon, get it done. 225-888. 8888. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys, there for you. We talked a lot about Garrett Nussmeier. You know what else about Garrett Nussmeier? He's on the G team now. And if you want to see him sitting down with Gordon, learn what makes Garrett tick, you can follow him on social media at Get Gordon. But the bottom line is when you get in an accident, you need somebody who's going to stand up for you, get you what you deserve. You want Gordon McKernan injury attorneys, go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com. On the website, you can fill out a consult, see past results, see the cases that they handle. You can also see their philanthropic endeavors, how they give back to the community. Because Gordon doesn't just get it, but he gives it as well. Getgordon.com. All right, Jake, where would you say Texas A&M has an advantage in terms of how these two teams match up? Not like quarterback versus quarterback, but like their O-line against LSU's D-line or something like that. Where would you say they have an advantage?
Well, I kind of thought we were going to go group by group, and I kind of laid them out.
Go do that. Let's
do
that.
I know I'm sitting here and I'm looking. All right, well, let's just have the conversation one by one. All right, LSU's O-line versus A&M's D-line.
So that would be, for me, I think as we do this exercise, I think that would be the one spot where I could maybe tip A&M, because I don't know that you've seen an offensive line as good. That's Ole Miss's biggest weakness. South Carolina's is kind of whatever.
No, it's LSU's O-line.
Sorry, LSU's.
A&M's D-line.
Sorry, I'll take LSU's O-line.
When you were talking my bad.
My bad. No, I'll take LSU's O-line all day.
Did you take some of the stuff under the bridge?
Easy. LSU's O-line.
Okay, yeah, same. LSU's receivers versus A&M's DBs.
Easy LSU's receivers.
And this one, LSU's running backs versus A&M's linebackers, if we're going to go.
I guess you go A&M linebackers there. I would more say, though, like, it's almost like front seven again. No. We'll go. Yeah. We can give A&M linebacker advantage there for sure.
You know, Caden Durham not being fully healthy.
Yeah.
Makes this a question. I think if he was, maybe it's a different. But BK said, 85% right now?
That's the number that he put on it, yeah.
Dealing with kind of a foot injury there. Kind of a wash, but yeah, if you want to give that one to A&M, sure. LSU's D-line versus A&M's O-line. I know you started to go into that. So
that's the one where I think this is the best O-line they've played. And
with an injury, but still.
Yeah, that's true. Basantis is out, and he's being replaced by a true freshman. And when it comes to running the ball, there's not a more important position than guard. That's really unfortunate for Texas A&M, in my opinion. But I'll still say that, like, I'm not saying it to guarantee, because I really like LSU's D-line. Yeah. But maybe specifically in the context of run blocking and being pro style, that could be the spot where I could see A&M having an advantage.
I'm gonna push.
It's almost nowhere else on the field.
Here's where it gets. This is the one that I think is like up for great debate, because you can make great points on both sides. LSU's linebackers versus A&M's running backs.
I mean, you ain't going to get me going anywhere against Weeks. I don't care how good Le'Veon Moss is. You know, Weeks and Penn are just playing so solid right now. And shout out to Paez and Chan doing, the rest of the boys doing the dirty work. But no, I mean, I'll take Weeks and Penn over anybody right now.
All right, so I thought you would maybe put up more of a fight.
No. Again, the one spot I kind of see is, like, if we look at groups LSU's already played, the one position, like, you've seen Jaquindon Jackson, you shut him down. You see, like, the one, you see Rocket Sanders, the one, and you didn't shut him down for whatever that's worth. But the one position that I don't think you've seen is an offensive line as good as what A&M's bringing to bear. So yeah, but no, I'll take.
And even you mentioned the guard being so important in the run game. It's a great point by you, because it's not just against the front four. Those guards are going to try to go up to the second level.
Yeah, pull, counter. They're going to be kicking guys out in the end, pulling around for mics.
Yeah, and you run in zone. They're working up to the linebacker. Yeah. And whatever the situation might be, if you're running stretch lead, right, one of those guards is probably going to help and then get up to the second level. So, Whit Weeks going against an inexperienced guard, like, that favors you. Same thing Greg Penn.
Freshman.
And Greg Penn's played as many games as probably anybody that's going to be on that field on Saturday.
Yeah, true.
So there's not anything that he hasn't seen. So it's not just when you have a replacement on the offensive front, is it, Paez and Shand and anybody in the middle, bro. No, it's those guys trying to go up to the second. Tackles don't go up to the second level as much. Sometimes, sure.
No.
Guards live on the second level a lot of times. They help. They start on the defensive front, and they go up to linebackers. So LSU's DBs versus A&M's receivers.
Is that a push right now? I mean, I love how LSU's DBs are trending. It's still the position that you're maybe, kind of the least.
And A&M doesn't have a receiver right now that has 300 yards receiving.
That's what I was going to say. It kind of feels like a relative weakness on both teams. So I'll go push there, though. Zay Alexander, I do believe he's going to shut anybody down.
The totality of the two groups.
Yeah.
But A&M right now, and in years past, they've had at least a guy that maybe the stats didn't match up, but an Evan Stewart or a Muhammad or somebody that, could change a game. And, like, it's wild that Muhammad right now is 5 catches for 49 yards. And, I know
that's crazy.
He's played, too. Like, that's the thing. I think he might have missed the last game, right? But, I mean, Missouri, 1 catch, 2 yards. Arkansas, 1 catch, 4 yards. Florida, 1 catch, 20 yards. Like, that was a guy that I thought was really going. He's a senior now. I mean, we remember him having big moments early in his career, but they don't have like the guy that makes you, man, if this guy goes off right now. Noah Thomas is their leading receiver, 21 catches, 289, only 13 yards per catch.
Yeah, so that feels big for LSU. Again, guys, stop the run, and everything should fall into place. More OTB closing out the hour next.
Off the bench.
Go to Pinnacle Exterior Construction, PECbuilt.com, PECbuilt.com. We build the spaces, you build the MEMS, and that's what this is about. Making your home the place that you always dreamed it could be, whether it's with a pool, outdoor kitchen, outdoor chill area, maybe you want a little more privacy. We build any size or type of fence, pergolas, bulkheads, putting greens, turf, all of it, guys. And go to PECbuilt.com, look at the gallery, see the quality of the work, the artisanship, the creativity, the ability to plan separates them, as long with like the effort, you know, the actual follow through, which is elite, of course. How else could they grow in the manner that they have? But make the home the place you and your kids and their friends and everybody wants to be with Pinnacle. Go to PECbuilt.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you'll see exactly what T-Bob is talking about. But also remember, it's not just residential, commercial. If you want to put a pool, outdoor space, turf, whatever, your business, they can do that as well. PECbuilt.com.
The only thing scary about the deals at Bayou Ford is if you miss out on them, like $15,000 off F-150. Bayou Ford has $15,000 off Ford F-150. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps are held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Dude, hunting animal. Are we back? I need my headphones plugged in. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. OTB. T-Bob, Jacob, Alondra, Taylor hanging out with you today. All right, Jake, you said, 4 LSU receivers have more yards than their leading receiver?
Yeah, so A&M's leading receiver has 289 yards on the year. LSU has 4 guys that clear that. You've got Kyron Lacey with 512, Aaron Anderson with 488, Mason Taylor with 348, and even missing a game, C.J. Daniels at 325.
I wonder if A&M if they try to come out and do things differently this game, or if they stick to their identity. Like we said, do they rely on their front four defensively, or do they bring pressure offensively? Because they kind of maybe did this against Mizzou a little bit, where they came out slinging the rock, kind of saying, that to the point where we're all like, okay, we know who A&M is. They're going to rely on Marcel Reed to just not make mistakes and make enough plays. And then they came out and Wegman was kind of throwing it around there a little bit. I wonder if they try to challenge LSU secondary early, or if they just stick to their strengths and just say, no, we're running it from the jump.
The thing, they have to be thyself because they didn't have a bye week, so the things that they're going to do are going to be things that you've seen. It's just, what is your philosophy going to be? Like, do you want to go in and say, all right, kind of Wigman, we're going to put the game on your shoulders. Like, here's your time. All right. Now, is Moss going to get his carries? Absolutely. Is he going to have a successful play in the game? Yes. But how many of those can you limit? And can Wigman make the throws? Can the receivers get open? And what do you do with Zay Alexander in this game as far as matchup? Like, you knew last week, you knew the week before, all right? Now, you didn't know at the start of the game against Ole Miss, but you made the adjustment. He's going to go on Trey Harris.
Yeah.
Where do you put him? Does he travel? Is he somebody that's going to match up with somebody? Or are you just going to play, the sides? And, hey, you're over here, you're over there. If we have to make adjustment, we will. So I think Zay Alexander is a big piece for LSU in this conversation of, will A&M come out trying to throw the football? Because of the group, of the DBs and receivers, DBs for LSU, receivers for A&M, I think he's the best player of the group.
I agree. All right, coming up next hour, we'll get to our final LSU A&M prediction. Now that we've broken it all down at length, we'll give you some Saints-Chargers predictions as well. We got Big Fave kicking it off. Hello, somebody. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to Accutemp Baton Rouge, AccutempBR.com, where you get that service to the highest degree. And that ain't just lip service, guys. Go look at the reviews from Accutemp, okay? They practice what they preach. They walk the walk. Is there one?
They talk the talk.
Well, no, they do talk the talk, but they also walk the walk. That's the point. I for some reason thought I could make a good AC pun, but then I got distracted by Asian walk, food puns, and then I just lost the thread completely. That's when my brain shut down. They're also a proud partner of LSU Athletics for whatever that's worth.
They'll never lose their concentration.
No,
when they're on the job.
No, I mean, look at the reviews, right? It speaks to that. Also, if you want to look into a whole home generator, so during storm season, you have that peace of mind. You don't have to worry about losing power, losing fridge, whatever. They got you, man. They come out and show you estimate exactly how it works. Active Batteries, AccutempBR.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you in a new 2024 Ram 1500 truck for only $32,898. $32,898 for a new Ram 1500 truck. All new Bayou Automotive vehicles come with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Friday, October 25th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 87 in hour 2 of today's show. We'll continue to break down LSU versus Texas A&M. We'll hear from Marlon Fave right as Big Fave hops on the show at 8 a.m. And we may talk a little Saints-Chargers as well. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Welcome into Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota.
Ooh, you're scary.
We're bringing you the spookiest sports talk in town. With Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Terrifying and terrible.
Live from the haunted Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Well, howdy, y'all. Welcome back to OTB. It is 8 a.m. on a Friday, which could only mean one thing. We talked to the Renaissance man himself, Marlon Fave, right at Big Fave 504, the man who brings you inside the trenches every Monday at Small Sliders in Marrero, the man who's a premier athlete, broadcaster, and musician. Big Fave, hello, somebody. What's happening?
Hello, somebody. Hey, T-Bob, man. I got a bone to pick with you, man.
Okay, good, because we got something ready for you, too. What's up?
You threw me on the spot. You went on your show the other day, and you said that Jimmy John is better than Jersey Mike.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
One of my buddies,
Mhm.
who happens to be an owner of Jersey Mike,
Okay.
and a supporter of the show,
Okay, hell yeah.
and your show too, my buddy Anthony, he summoned us to a challenge. So we've been booked, my friend. We got to make an appearance down at Jersey Mike's Thibodeau, get blindfolded, and taste the sandwiches and say which one is better. See, now you got me up.
Bro, Fave, hold on. Fave. You cannot agree to someone, you cannot agree for me to go to Thibodeau to go to a Jersey Mike's. That's a lot of commitment, Fave.
I said, hey, you're my D-line brother. I said he might be up for the challenge. And you called him. I was jealous. You brought this to my front door.
I will say this. But you probably missed this last one where I literally, it's crazy that you're mentioning this because I didn't know any of this. And I literally texted the group 2 days ago. I randomly stopped at a Jersey Mike's. I got a Turkey Club Mike's Way. And I texted the group, oh my God, I may have to rethink my opinions on Jersey Mike's because this was like a top-tier crafted sandwich. And I grew up eating Jersey Mike's a lot of Sundays after church. We had like probably a 2 or 3 year period where it was every Sunday. But I hadn't been there in a while. And then I went there like a month ago, and I got just like an all right sub. I mean, the meat ratios, the execution, the bread, it was fantastic. So I'm not ready to declare Jersey Mike's the champion, but to be fair, I do think, like, you know, it's between them and Jimmy John's in my books now. So I'm down. Look, when it works out, if we can make it happen, I am down to do a little Pepsi challenge with some subs. That sounds delicious, if nothing else.
I'm about it. Hey, me and T-Bob play on the line, Anthony. He might be about it. So hello, somebody. Well, we'll see.
Well, we know you're about it, Fave, because we've got some intel, Jake, don't we? On what Big Fave may have been eating in the press box last week.
Well, it wasn't the press box.
Or where was it?
You know, I heard that y'all were celebrating the Ole Miss victory, and Hunt got a cold beer, and you got not one but 2 treats for yourself, and it wasn't a cold beer. I heard that there was some cheesecake involved in you celebrating the LSU Ole Miss victory, and so
2 pieces
not
of
one,
cheesecake, Fave.
but 2, and that 2X ain't going to stay on there much longer if you keep ordering 2 pieces of cheesecake.
Bro, you can't go 2 pieces of cheesecake, Fave. That's crazy.
Oh, no. First and foremost, there wasn't even 1 piece of cheesecake. What I did was...
No.
What I did... I need evidence. Because what I did was, I asked Hunt if he wanted anything.
No.
He said, just get him a tall beer.
Okay.
I came back. Matter of fact, my apologies.
Now, why you stuttering right now? And you know BT with all the muscles ain't eating cheesecake.
Nah,
they were both for you,
He definitely
Fave.
ain't eating no cheesecake, that's for sure.
So this is what we can do. The fact check could happen. You got Brain. Where's Brain at? He's somewhere in that studio. No cheesecake for me. Now, I do owe an apology to the folks at South Stadium because I was hungry, so I did sneak into their office and cheese it. Now, I had some snacks. I had some little Batman snacks, but it wasn't that bad.
Wait, so you had 1 piece of cheesecake is what you're saying?
I had 0 cheesecake.
No. This is at the casino where you do the show from.
Oh, you talking about when we went to the Kashada?
Yeah.
I had 1 piece of cheesecake. I had 1 piece of cheesecake. Y'all wrong for that fake news right there. It was good, too. It was good. I thought y'all talking about last week.
No, you just told on yourself last week.
If that ain't the Rick James meme come to life. I gotta go stomp my feet on another man's couch. Yeah, I remember stomping my feet on that man's couch.
Hey, can we switch to Texas A&M, please?
Just like you be switching to that 3X, you keep eating cheesecake. Come on, man.
Oh, no, baby.
Hello, somebody.
For the holidays, baby. I'm going to survive. That belly goes, I'm there, that flat belly teeth, baby. Hello.
All right, switching to Texas A&M then. You know, it's funny, Fave. At the beginning of the season, we talked a lot of Ahmad Bro, and it was very impressive what he's doing. It still continues to be. But it does seem clear that on the interior, Fave, your frontline guys are your upperclassmen. Gio Paez and Paris Shand are playing better and better and better. They're holding guys off the linebackers. They're making plays themselves. Love seeing Shand get a sack last game. What's been your view of how Paez and Shand have played recently?
Well, it's definitely the leadership. You could tell these guys have played a lot more snaps than, of course, Dominic and Bro. So you see the maturity right away from a technique standpoint and a playmaking standpoint. Like we go into the game last week not knowing how it's going to go down. Right? We just thinking about this like, all right, cool. We saw this team play against Texas A&M very close. We saw this team in Arkansas beat Tennessee, a red-hot Tennessee. Our defense, particularly the front, has to show up. We can't allow Arkansas to get no momentum, and you got to give it to the guys off. And, T-Bob, let's go on your side of the ball real quick.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the offensive line. We've been on their tail about the run block, but they still allowed 0 sacks up front. So that has to have some props to it. So, I mean, I was proud of, like, Gio and sharing how they were able to perform and be those dominant leaders last week.
Fave, what about this? One guy who's pretty unheralded, but he's carved out quite the niche for himself, and I want to ask what it feels like, what you think to be in this role, is Javier Suggs, where he is clearly there. Okay, it's an obvious passing down. We want Suggs rushing the interior. He doesn't play a lot of snaps, but when he plays, he almost always gets pressures. He comes up with a sack last game. What is it like being a defensive tackle? Like, we think about edge pass rush specialists. We don't think about defensive tackles pass rush specialists as much. What does it take to be successful in that role?
It takes. I will be honest with you. To be a good pass rusher, you do have to have some sort of athleticism, flexible hips, good technique. Because hey, if let's say for instance, this happened to me a lot. You got Glenn at the 3 technique, you got me at the 2, but it's a pass rush move. So I know I'm going to get that chip from T-Bob. Yeah. How can I flip my hips to use my hands appropriately? And that's what Suggs has done to me. Hey, get in where you fit in. If you're one of our best interior pass rushers, you've just solidified yourself to get your for sure reps on third down. We've seen this a number of times. I mean, and you're right. We see it usually at the end. You'll get an Isaiah Foskey or Chase Young going in there. Oh, you need a better or faster, more athletic interior rush. Let's move Cam Jordan to the interior line. I look at that with Suggs as well.
Isaiah Foskey name drop is not one that I thought we'd get.
Hey, he was really productive in college. You know, for whatever it's worth, we always talk about draft guys who actually put up stats. Foskey did have the stats.
Okay, all right, well, fair enough.
But he sucks in the NFL.
Big Fave, so we've talked about A&M missing one of their starting guards, going to play a true freshman. What does that mean, like, in the run game? We were talking about, I mean, those guards, they got to get to the second level. They got to be able to, chip that defensive lineman as they get there. Is that something you think LSU can take advantage of, knowing they've got, true freshmen themselves? But like you said, they've played a lot of snaps now.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely to our advantage. We're licking our chops if we have an inexperienced quarterback or guard or center, because there's so many things you can do to those guys. Now, look, here's the thing. I can't sleep on center. Man, that's a tough position. And guard as well, because unlike us, they can't really rotate like that. So these guys have to be at peak performance. And, that's to our advantage. They got a young guard in there. We can send some pressure at them. That's one of the situations where if it is third down, I'm sending 2 guys at this one guard. I'm sending my linebacker in the A-gap. I'm going to have my defensive tackle flash A-gap rush B, put him in a bad position. From a communication standpoint, you can't block both, but are you going to be alert enough to say, twist, 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 or game across the front? And then that's where we could be at an advantage with them.
Fave, what does what does BT say about the continued rise of this secondary? Because what I was more proud of last game than anything, Fave? These guys are hitting. They're finally hitting again, laying the wood. Sage Ryan, Major Burns. I'm talking about blowing people up. Whit Weeks, obviously. But with that, Zy Alexander's been excellent in coverage. The safeties are hitting way better run fits. What's been BT's attitude towards the secondary?
Man, he loves their consistency in the last few games. That stands out more than anything. And I'm the type, I'll legit go to like Pro Football Focus. Man, our DBs are grading out high. So we're not seeing a lot of like turnovers, forced fumbles happening, interceptions, but we are, like you said, tackles, pass breakups. I think, of course, I'm going to look at Stamps personally. That's like family. So I looked at his Ole Miss. Our 2 hardest games, he's graded the highest, USC and Ole Miss. So for the DBs, it kind of takes it back to that, man. I watched Keenan Lewis sign a big contract with the Saints. He with the Steelers, he only had 3 picks in 4 years.
Oh, I forgot about Keenan Lewis.
But his pass breakups. Yeah. But what it was about with Keenan, if y'all vaguely remember, it was about his coverages, and he throw to his side, the pass breakups. So, those are big plays as well.
Big Fave, any message you want me to give Coach Tommy Moffitt before the game? Like, anything, any sweet nothings you want me to whisper to Moffitt for you before the game?
Hey, who's going to get better today? Man, first and foremost, I saw this little boy over there at your facility. He's big, boy, for a solid. That boy was hitting the weights every day, Aaron. But no, tell Moffitt I'm proud of him, man. Keep up the good work. I hope it wasn't a good week of workouts for them this week, because we know how he get down on these type deals. But, man, tell him to keep up the good work and tell him that scale is tilting the right direction now, yo.
Tell him he looks like he likes dudes. That's what you should tell him.
I'll let you
Wait,
tell
what
him.
you said?
I said, tell him it looks like he likes dudes in that A&M black. I probably wouldn't tell him that, actually.
Yeah,
not before the game. Not before the game. That's maybe in the off season, but not before the game. I'd be a little too scared too.
Hey, that's Kevin O'Shea, you know what I'm saying? He got that Kevin O'Shea look.
All right, Fave, you have yourself a week and tell everybody where they can find you.
Man, y'all can check me out this Monday at Small Sliders. If y'all down here on the West Bank, baby, we're going to be there from 6 to 8. And then, hey, y'all can follow me at Big Fave 504 on X. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to take a picture of my meal that I eat at the Kashada this weekend. You might not like everything in it.
You ain't going to take a picture.
Yeah, no. We need
Somebody
a third
else
party
taking
here.
a picture.
We need a third party here.
I ain't trusting you.
You cannot be trusted in this case.
Young Metro don't trust it.
Big Fave.
All right.
Hello, somebody.
My God. Hello, somebody.
All right, take it easy, Fave. Coming up next, always fun hanging out, Big Fave. Dude, if that wasn't the funniest.
No.
Oh, we talking about Kashada?
Yeah.
I guess we're talking about Kashada. I didn't know we were talking about Kashada.
But he had his story too. Like he didn't do nothing.
At least he didn't heat it up with a hairdryer. You know,
That's very true.
even though cheesecake's better cold. So to be fair, you
Yeah.
wouldn't heat it up.
You think Fave ever pulled that move in Lock Cook?
No. Shout out to Saran. There's only one man that could ever achieve such a sincere level of fatness. And that was one of the best ever do it. A man who started more college football games than any other man in college football history. Saran Black. Absolute legend of the game. 53 starts. Then McCoy tied him with 53.
Well, now with the COVID year.
And I was going to say now probably somebody out there broke it because some joker played,
7 years.
Yeah, 7 years.
Miami's got a guy that's played 9.
Yeah, I know. Cam McCormick. I did a TikTok about this that I don't think people found it as interesting as I did, where, you had the news cycle where Cam Rising got approved for, an 8th year, right?
He could, yeah.
He could.
Because he didn't play in 4 games this year.
And then Cam McCormick, another Cam, was in his 9th year at Miami. Miami was playing Louisville, quarterback by Cam Ward in his 5th year playing, but no redshirt, actual 5th year playing. Louisville, quarterbacked by Tyler Shuck, who's in his 7th year of college football. In fact, when Mario Cristobal, a head coach in Miami, was at Oregon in 2020, they won the Pac-12 because they got to go to the championship, because even though they finished in 2nd, Washington had too many players out due to COVID, so Oregon gets to go. They beat an undefeated USC. They win the Pac-12 championship. Who was Cristobal's quarterback? Tyler Shuck. That's how crazy COVID made college football, is that two guys that faced each other on opposite sides. They've been for a while now. Last week actually won a championship together back during the pandemic. That's wild. Anyway, when we get back, final LSU A&M prediction, Saints-Chargers prediction. We've got some champagne shenanigans coming up with Rivs at 9 a.m. Heck of a day, guys. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
It's the holiday season, right? Or it almost is. And the point is, if you need to throw a holiday party, luncheon, we have a couple of premier dates at Park 73. Remember, oakparkevents.com is both Oak Lodge and Park 73. Check the dates on both, okay? But we still got a couple of primo opportunities for any business group, whatever, that wants to throw a Christmas party where you don't have to do anything except for show up. Turnkey service, where you have beautiful festive decor, gorgeous Christmas trees, an outdoor fireplace with s'mores ready to go, okay? Set the tone. Have fun. That could be you with Oak Park Events. And then remember, if you need a wedding, corporate event, social event, year-round, luncheons, business meetings, anything and everything, they've done thousands through the years, and so they can customize it however you want. They have multiple different venues to choose from. Go to oakparcevents.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local.
Way down we go, so way down we go, way down.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Shout out to our guy Big Fave, who texted me after we got off saying no, even though I didn't say anything. But he said no, but I took at least 5 caramel cookies back to the room. Best cookies in the world. Oh, because we were talking about heating up the cookies.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was off air. We were talking about it on air. Okay, so you're talking about the mod cookie. Okay, that makes sense now. Sorry, Fave. I asked you what cookies you're talking about. That makes more sense. Even though I like the chocolate chip better than caramel, but caramel's good.
Also, you incriminated yourself when you were lying about the cheesecake, breaking into offices at South Stadium to take somebody else's snacks.
Yeah,
so,
we did kind of gloss
strikes.
over that when we were trying to find our way to the center of the cheesecake web.
Yeah.
The Fave weaves. All right, let's get into our final predicts for LSU, Texas A&M. It just feels okay. My hesitation comes in the fact that this is the third game in a row in which I'm going to say this exact same thing.
I know.
But I feel I'm choosing LSU by 3. I think it's an absolute dogfight. And
what did you go with last week?
LSU by 3, or maybe 4 in the end. I might have done like 28-24.
I did 28-17.
But look, I think it's kind of, as I said, I think LSU is a better team. I think that's true. I think College Station at night, the blackouts, everything that's on the line, even though I do have some questions about how A&M will handle the stage, right? And I feel good about how LSU will handle it. I still think that's a huge advantage in A&M's favor. It's LSU's second SEC road game in a row. Teams generally struggle when that is the case. So, yeah, I think it's a dogfight. I think it's close. I think LSU's better in the end, and I think if it comes down to a game-winning situation, the advantage you would have in Garrett Nussmeier versus Connor Wegman is massive, right? And so, even though this is probably a dumb pick because you've lost there so many times in a row, I think I'm being objective when I have LSU by 3. Let's say 31-28.
Okay. Well, I think you've lost there twice in a row. Now you've got 3 losses on your resume, but we all know how the 2018 game went there. But, you've lost, legit for sure the last 2 you've lost there. It's a very difficult place to play. It's one of the top 5 probably venues in college football.
Yeah.
You've used a lot of emotion in your last couple of games, but that doesn't always have to be a negative. It doesn't, right? You can get hot, stay on a heater, and gain confidence every time you go out there.
That's what they've been doing.
I think this team is more of that than being exhausted from having the big stage 3 weeks in a row.
Well, and you got a bye week on the other side, which we haven't talked about yet. And that's a great feeling as a player.
You can empty the nos.
Oh, bro. I mean, lay it all out on the field. You know you got some time to recover on the other side.
And you know that plane ride home is going to be a hell of a plane ride if you get a dub going into a bye week.
Oh, it's the best feeling in the world.
There's no better.
It's the best feeling going into a bye week. You get to rest on your laurels for a little bit. Yeah. Maybe we extend the 24-hour rule to a 48-hour rule. Kind of allow ourselves to bask a little bit. Oh, don't tempt me. God, I want it. God, I want it.
I think I'm going to go 27-24.
Okay. I could see it. I mean, that makes a lot of sense as well to me.
I think I was going to go 24-21. I think it's a little bit more points. I think the total in this game, let's see, 54.5.
So we're 31, 28, right over. Yeah.
So if I go 27-24, I mean, I'm a little bit under that. So it feels right.
Oh, dude.
It feels right in this game. I think every possession is going to be crucial. I don't think you have a governor on what you're trying to do, but I'm wondering what the aggression on both sides of the football is going to be. Do you try to, like if we're boxing terms, how many haymakers do you try to throw? Or are you trying to go 12 rounds and pick your opponent apart?
For LSU?
For either team, really.
I think LSU's throwing haymakers.
I
think that's been their defensive style the whole year. Offensively, maybe it's a bit more of the sweet science, a bit more, jab, let's feel him out, jab, jab, jab.
Head body.
Yeah, head body, pop, pop, pop. Little left hook to the body. But yeah, defensively, I mean, that's kind of been your MO all year is let's get after it. And if you beat us on one play, congratulations. We're going to tackle well in space. And you're going to have to do it again and again and again. And eventually we're banking on the fact we'll force a fumble. You'll go for it on 4th down. Like eventually your drive will come to an end.
Defensively, I agree with you. I mean, that's just who Blake Baker is. That's how this defense thrives. It's kind of the personality of this defense when you look at all the players that they have and led by, Whit Weeks right there in the middle. I mean, he's a man possessed. Like he plays with chaotic energy in the best way possible. offensively, do you have the game plan of, last week where it's like, if you're going to play quarters and you're going to give me that, I'm going to take it every single time.
Yeah. Make him stop. I mean,
and how many times do you try to go for it? I thought LSU's shot selection when they did try to take one was really good a week ago.
Yeah.
I would think that would be more of the game plan than trying to force the issue. There's been times this year, I think, where they have tried to force it probably in the run game, in the shots that they've taken. But it's really started to be an offense that is going to make you pay for what you're giving them.
Yeah. And it's like Kelly said, Garrett's completion percentage maybe a little less because they're asking him to do like actual progressions on all the bubble screens. And then he went out of his way to say, but I mean, last week, that was just because it was the alert, like it's what they were giving. If you're going to play that off, Garrett has the arm saying, okay, we'll just get the ball to, like Jake's been saying, CJ Daniels in space and let him get easy yards. If you're going to do that, we're going to take it. Head body. So now I do agree I don't love this. I agree with Noah Lejeune here. Josh Pate, JD Piquel, David Pollock, Reese Davis, Greg Malcore, Andy Staples, SEC Mike, Hunt and Scone, pretty much everybody picking LSU here. And we all know that's how it.
There's a lot. I mean, I put a bar stool. I mean, you had 2 of the 3 pick A&M.
So I would say this. It's like, yes.
I've seen plenty of A&M actually.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, and Vegas favors him. I was going to say, yes, like that makes me a bit nervous hearing that. At the same time, though, it is also validating, right? Because it's kind of showing you that even through our bias, people who are not involved see the same things that we do in terms of LSU looking like the better team on paper. Now you have to go prove it in that environment. Who's the better offense, Arkansas or A&M? I mean, honestly, Arkansas. Well, Arkansas turns it over a little. Actually, I don't know. Wigman turns it over a lot too.
Different.
They both run the ball really well.
Ole Miss offense is better than both.
Yeah, true.
And you played really well in that second half against that offense.
Yeah. True.
I mean, I would say USC's offense is. I mean, I know they've sputtered, but
it's A&M's offense is weird because it's been really unimpressive except for running the ball.
There's highs and lows.
It's been really unimpressive except for running the ball. So
I mean, against Missouri, they were about as good as they're going to ever be.
Yeah.
But they've also had games like Notre Dame where...
Well, and Mizzou's defense. And Notre Dame's defense is awesome, to be fair.
It is.
But Mizzou's defense doesn't really present. I don't know. They've been okay this year.
Missouri's disappointing.
I know. The most disappointing team. And they're cooked this weekend. Missing.
Yeah, Drew Pine ain't it.
Yeah. But even like the Mississippi State game, A&M's offense was just kind of all right.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, it's the Missouri game's the game.
Yeah.
It's the tape. Bowling Green, they didn't look great.
Grayson says, I think I've heard like 4 analysts say they're picking LSU because we keep picking LSU wrong. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been. Remember, this is an LSU team where
a lot
everybody's
of people picked LSU against LSU the last 2 weeks.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. No, it's a thing where everybody's been waiting for the other shoe to drop on this team because the first time they were on the main event stage was LSU USC.
Yeah,
they're pretty disappointing in that game, and then after that, people, you got lucky to beat South Carolina again. Better be lucky than good and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Ole Miss thing started to gain respect, but was it still just a one-off? Then the final score of Arkansas definitely kind of has started to bring some people over. Woo! Let's go, baby.
What do you think how do you think it would go if LSU played USC again?
Oh, I mean, they would smash. Yeah. I mean, USC's unfortunately, I don't know what happened because I kept still thinking USC was really good. Like, I was still liking their tape. They played Penn State. I mean, they should have beat him. They had him on the ropes too. They let Drew Aller convert 2 4th and longs on that final drive. They should have beat Michigan, like USC, and instead they don't. But did you hear what Lincoln Riley's buyout is?
Yeah.
Taylor, did you hear this? Alondra, did you hear this? Lincoln Riley's buyout. And remember, it's a private school, so that's why we didn't know this till now. Somebody must have done some real digging.
Right.
Wait, USC is a private school?
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that.
I know, isn't that crazy? You thought it'd be a part of the California system? No.
UCLA is.
And they're both in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Sean Foster told us that.
A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, my God. I forgot about that.
Both in L.A.
Well done.
I'm just excited to be here.
Goated press conference.
Oh my gosh, poor guy.
Who did UCLA just beat though?
Rutgers.
Oh crap! It fell apart for Shauna and company, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it did. They got punched in the
Monongai
mouth
was fun
and-
though while it lasted.
Well, he's
You
still
know?
awesome, but
Don't cry because it's over.
Yeah.
Smile because it happened.
That's right.
So what's the buyout?
$98 million.
A milli.
98. Right? I'm not wrong. Isn't that the word
That's the
on
number
the
I
street?
heard.
Yeah. $98 million.
Wow.
That's some Jimbo Fisher money there.
No, that's 20 million more than Jimbo. And Jimbo's record wasn't 5-8 in his last. Was it 5-8 or 5-9 now?
I don't know.
Might be 5-9 his last 14.
Who, Jimbo?
No,
oh,
Lincoln
Lincoln. I was
Riley.
going to say, you can't talk about your coach like that.
No.
I
mean, it wasn't that. It wasn't ever that.
All I know, if I'm Lincoln,
Is that the
you ain't
smoke?
catching me being horny on the phone.
No.
You ain't catching me stepping a toe out of line. I may not win you the amount of games you want, but I ain't doing anything to get me for cause. No drinking and driving.
Oh, I'm not running a stop sign.
No, I'm not doing. I'm keeping it clean
No
as a
fun,
whistle.
sir.
You are going to pay me no matter what.
Go bring me
Is
my
that
money.
the smoke on the street that they want to get rid of Lincoln?
Well, I mean, look, I think people see a 3-4 team in year 3,
Yeah.
and they're disappointed, and so whenever people are
that
disappointed,
makes sense.
you
I just-
naturally go looking up buyouts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, from what I had heard before the season started, there was an idea that Lincoln kind of maybe is getting a little checked out, wanted to get to the NFL.
But wasn't he?
How realistic that is, I don't know. That's all rumor. And then it's funny because I've seen this so many times doing this job. So that's the rumors before the LSU game.
Right.
Then they beat LSU and everything's good. Lincoln loves it. They love him. Everything's all good. It's like, LSU loses to USC, looks bad against Nichols. And I'm in text about, Brian Kelly travels a lot during the offseason. It's just
Oh,
he's
my
like,
gosh,
Yeah,
I
he's
know.
like, I'm kind of sick of it. He's checked out. You win a couple games, it goes away. I've seen it a million times. But that is the great thing for all these coaches and players. Football is a legitimate meritocracy, which does not exist in a lot of facets of life. There are no politics. You win, you're a champion.
Yeah.
Like, that's all that matters. Unless you use your position to hire a young girl and then take her on your motorcycle. Like, then, even if you're winning, there are some things that you can do. But for the most part, if you win, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And everybody will love you.
God, how many mornings does Bobby Petrino wake up and he's like, if I had to crash that motorcycle?
Mm.
I mean, just one mishap's all it takes.
I mean, they were like 11-2, bro.
Yeah.
Winning Super
Rolling.
Bowls and whatnot.
Yeah, even if he didn't crash it, he could have got away with it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I forgot.
Like,
I mean,
it's
that's a good point. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he wouldn't have crashed
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
like, nobody finds out that.
I mean, maybe eventually when you're
Sometimes-
flying that close to the sun.
Sometimes the midlife crisis is hard. Probably should have never been driving a motorcycle to begin with.
True.
I mean,
Probably should have been in a vehicle with tinted windows.
Yeah, that's what I'm
If you're
saying.
going to do something shady.
Like, he was really going full wild hog in that situation. And then the movie was like Travolta and
I
then where
think
they're
so.
old guys
Yeah.
riding by.
Travolta,
That is a good pull
Tim
by
Allen,
you.
Martin Lawrence. Yeah.
There's no doubt that Tay loves that movie.
Wild
Good
Hogs.
movie. Good
I bet
movie.
you the Wild Hogs, though, they play their music at the gas pump, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
They probably do.
It makes more sense, though, because you're on a motorcycle, so you can't roll up the windows.
I do it at Benny's.
Are there anybody more obnoxious than motorcycles?
You know how at Benny's it's like, don't have your music loud?
Yeah.
I crank it all the way up.
Yeah,
I'm like, y'all gonna listen to
I'm
this.
not gonna lie. I try to be next to people, but I've been known to crank a podcast while at Benny's for sure.
Yeah.
Like
Like vacuuming out your car or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got to crank it because the vacuum's so loud.
Yeah.
So you got to hear
Exactly.
Put the AirPods in.
it. Lost my AirPods years ago. It sucks.
I'm
Freaking miss 'em.
shocked.
You lost your
I'm shocked.
AirPods?
Hey, everybody's being real disrespectful
What?
right now. Y'all need to pump the brakes.
Oh my God.
Y'all need to pump the brakes. It's very mean.
You do
There's no
so
need.
good keeping
It's
up
very
with
mean.
things.
Oh my
Next thing
God.
he's going to tell
Okay.
us is that he dropped his phone.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
Okay. Y'all relax. More OTB
He has an
coming up
air
next.
tag on everything.
Off the bench.
You guys see what I have to deal with? Such is my lot in life. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. All-Star Toyota family is there for you when you need them. And I say family, not by accident. It's because the vibes over there are awesome, top to bottom. I love everybody I've worked with over there. From the service center to the sales staff, rentals, the mechanic shop, all of it, man. And all they care about is getting you the best possible deal for you and your family. So if you're looking to buy new Toyota certified used vehicle, or you just need a checkup, body shop, whatever, it's all there off the Airline in Goodwood, very conveniently located. Trunk or treat going down tomorrow night for the kids. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge.
Go to the website today, see what you can buy new, which everything's available, obviously. Leasing, everything's available. That's not obvious. Rental department, everything's available. You're not going to get that anywhere else. Check it out online, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product is always customer satisfaction. Visit us online at reliefwindows.com.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12.
Last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Alan Jackson,
Nope.
one of my favorites.
Nope, you shot the gun.
This is more your wallet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, it's time for
Go.
What's
Keep
the
it
Ticket?
going.
You can keep it going.
Thank you.
Time
I
for
will.
What's the Ticket?
All right. We're going to do high in this segment, come back and do the low. We'll see if we have...
Hi, that's my specialty.
What's that for?
I don't know. Oh, well, I mean, in Star Wars, there's a...
all right, we don't have time for this.
Anyway.
Sith
All
Lord's
right.
speciality.
So, what's the ticket? What is the highest ticket price to get 2 feet into the stadium? And what is the lowest? Remember, it has to involve at least one top 25 team.
Okay.
All right. Is the highest ticket in the country this week in college football? Again, this is the highest minimum price to get in. Is it Notre Dame at Navy, which is at MetLife in New Jersey, but it is a Navy home game technically, neutral site game. Illinois at Oregon, ranked on ranked matchup. So is Notre Dame and Navy. Texas at Vanderbilt, ranked on ranked matchup. Florida State at Miami, Kansas at Kansas State, or LSU at Texas A&M.
Oh.
Now this is the highest, like the highest minimum?
The highest minimum. Yeah.
I'm a little intrigued by Vandy having a smaller stadium and maybe A&M and Vandy and Texas fans fighting over getting in. A&M stadium is so huge. But this is such a generational game for A&M. I'm going with our guys. I'm going with LSU A&M.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm between that one and yeah, I'm kind of with you. But yeah, I think I'm going to do A&M LSU as well.
Okay.
I'm going to go different. I'm going to go Oregon, Indiana.
Illinois.
Yeah, that
Still
one.
ranked on ranked.
Still ranked on ranked, yeah. All right, we'll go from lowest to highest. Illinois at Oregon comes in at $45.
Way to go, Tay-Tay.
Austin's supposed to, I wanted to pick LSU.
Why don't you
A&M,
just stick
but-
to the walking bets, Taylor? Okay, because analysis
That's all
isn't
he's
working
talked
for
about
you.
today. Notre Dame at Navy again, MetLife, huge stadium. If it was played at a smaller venue, it probably would challenge some of these games. But being in a huge NFL stadium, $60, still pretty good price. $93, Kansas at Kansas State.
Okay.
This one's a little surprised. $96 for Florida State at Miami. I mean, rival, but Florida State's horrible.
And people don't go to Miami games. So I'm shocked.
So that is surprising. I
But
guess.
actually, Miami loves a winner. Miami loves a winner. That will be packed out actually
and they want to
Saturday
see
for
Miami
once.
see if they can light up the scoreboard, which they will against Florida State. So I guess it does make a little
They
bit
have a
more
little
sense.
hype behind them right now.
All right. Texas at Vanderbilt, $125 to get into that game. And LSU at Texas A&M, $210.
Damn.
The lowest ticket price to get 2 feet in the stadium in Cal Field, 100,000 people.
Alondra, our instincts were spot on right there.
I might
mean,
be the
we
goat
nailed
at
that.
this game, to be honest.
You might need what?
I might be the goat at this game.
You are very good at what's a ticket. When we get
You are
back,
really good.
let's play the lowest ticket in the country here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
Not in the country. I'm sure you could go to like a UMass game for free.
It has to be top 25
Coleman
team. I mean,
Roof,
we don't
yeah.
talk about bad teams here.
ColemanRoof.com. Well, we talk about Ole Miss sometimes. ColemanRoof.com, Louisiana's most complete, reliable, and respected roofing company. They can handle whatever size job you have, commercial or residential. It doesn't matter. Any type of roof that you need, anywhere in the state of the Gulf South region. And like I say, guys, it's the construction as well. So if you have, God forbid you have a tree fall in your home or even something as simple as like hole in the roof, water damage on the interior, they actually fix the interior, then fix the roof. That's why it's Coleman Roofing and Construction. For 41 years, they've been getting it done. ColemanRoof.com.
Go to their website today and you'll see an incredible commercial building right there on the homepage. They can do any size job. Don't forget they can do any residential job. It is truly a one-stop shop. ColemanRoof.com.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
Okay. The wallet bit's over. Okay, it's run its course.
You're just being such a hater.
Just hater.
Like what?
Hate.
Why?
All
Just because you don't.
Morgan
like
Wallen may have number one hits, but they're more like number one. Hey. God, that's a great episode of Chappelle Show. All right, because I don't want us to run out of time here. We did highest ticket in the country involving at least one top 25 team. Of course, LSU at A&M to get into the stadium. $210, by far the most expensive across the country this week. Now, this is the lowest ticket involving, again, at least one team in the top 25, because if we didn't have that, as one of the sliders and the filters, you've got some games like Utah at Houston, $2. What? $2.
God.
You've got UTSA at Tulsa, $2. You've got Arkansas at Mississippi State, $3.
That's crazy.
SEC game for 3 George Washingtons, you can get in.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, though, because, like, Starkville, not traditionally one of the destination places that, like, the out-of-towners are going to go to. But still, $3. That's a good deal, dude.
All right, here's
donut.
It isn't.
I'm just going to barter a donut at the door. Be like, hey, I got you 2 glazed. Can I come in? Like, yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah,
those are at least delicious.
I mean, you don't have a chocolate one in there?
Actually, I want to give a shout out to Donuts because, well, and I love Mary Lee Glaze. Mary Lee's all Perkins is my place. But I want to give a shout out to Donuts. They're the one thing that inflation doesn't seem to have completely, like, just ruined. Like, I still like you can still get a good amount of donuts for really cheap.
Oh, dude, I go get like 2 dozen. It's like $19.
So I'm saying that's pretty good.
Like
to
used
me,
to.
dude.
I mean,
still, that's still better than most.
It's breakfast for 2 days.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Lowest ticket, top 25 across the country. BYU at Central Florida.
Okay.
Missouri at Alabama.
Okay.
Penn State at Wisconsin. SMU.
Man, these are some good games.
SMU at Duke. Which is that ranked on Ring? It's on the verge. Duke's like 27th, I think.
Duke's kind of doing good in the background, yeah.
Boise State at UNLV. Certainly playoff implications there. Nebraska at Ohio State.
I'm
okay, so
thinking,
I feel like it's the UCF one.
See, but I don't know the bounce house. I don't. There's so many UCF
So what was the
students.
one that you said after UCF?
Missouri at Bama.
No,
And
what's the one
then-
after that? Because
yeah.
there's 2 that jumped
Penn
out.
State at Wisconsin.
That's the
no,
other
no,
one
after
that
that.
jumped out to
SMU
me.
at Duke.
SMU at Duke, and
And then
both-
Boise State at UNLV.
Those are my 2. Lowest ticket. God, see, this is where I wish I knew geography. How close is Boise State to UNLV?
It's not.
It's
Well,
not.
I mean, Idaho,
Yeah, it's
Nevada
actually
is not that
that
bad.
far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in the Mountain West together.
Oh, I guess so.
I'll go the Duke one.
Okay.
I don't know. What did you say about UCF?
The bounce house. That's all he said.
They have a lot of people there.
They have a massive student body,
Okay.
for whatever that's worth. And it's Orlando, big
second
city.
or third biggest. Arizona State's the biggest.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I'm
Were you
gonna say
pushing out a
UCF.
Morgan Wallen just then?
Yeah. I was trying to push out a thought.
Who? Taylor Mathis?
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm going to go UCF.
Okay. Tay.
It's almost
Or
basketball season. I'm going Duke.
Yeah.
They've lost interest.
You want to change yours?
I don't know.
3 seconds.
Maybe Duke, yes.
Okay.
All right. We'll go from highest to lowest. $88 for Penn State at Wisconsin.
Yeah, it makes sense.
$49 for Boise State at UNLV. $42 for Nebraska at Ohio State.
Wow.
$21 for Missouri at Alabama.
Damn.
$21 for BYU at UCF.
Okay, let's go.
And for $14, you can get into SMU at Duke.
Let's
Winner,
go.
chicken dinner. Tay is the only one that missed one today.
Yep. Sorry, Tay.
I almost did, but
Yeah, I mean, she
The-
changed with us. I mean, what?
well, like the SMU one is the one that had me, but then it was
Whoever
at
said
Duke.
it's almost basketball
At Duke.
season, that's a great point.
That was Taylor. That was a good point.
Because
That was a good point.
last week, their tickets actually were in the higher, their last home
Who,
game.
SMU?
Duke.
No, Duke.
Oh, Duke.
Yeah,
Duke,
because
Duke.
it's at Duke.
Yeah.
The
Basketball season
also SMU
starts
not an
next
easy
week.
trip. Like the Dallas, that fan base would probably want to travel in a year like this, but they're not going to make it over.
that-
And
that's-
a lot
that's
of
a
them just
far
went to
trip,
Stanford
too.
last week.
It's a far
Oh, yeah.
trip.
So they played at Stanford, so people went to Northern California. They're not going to come all the way back to the East Coast.
I forgot what I was going to say. So, sorry.
I'm still shocked.
Maybe like that.
I'm still shocked at Utah and Houston being $2
Yeah.
and Arkansas and Mississippi State being $3.
Bruh, Houston.
They don't
That's
really.
conference games.
Willie
Yeah.
Fritz is. I mean,
Crazy.
how what do you think about Willie Fritz?
They
in
just
year
care
one?
about their basketball.
I think Willie
team.
Fritz talks like I do right now every single
Yeah,
day.
yeah. I mean,
Willie
he
Fritz
is
talks like a coach that's been coaching 30 coaching years.
decades, just decades of yelling at kids, just yelling at hard body teens.
I
It'll do it to
I
you,
love
dude.
Willie Fritz. And shout out Miss Susan, P1 on off campus. But
I like Willie Fritz as well. I think Tulane's in a pretty good spot with Summerall. Summerall's going to be the next big name for a lot of these big jobs.
Yep.
Hour 2 in the book, Champagne Shenanigans. Let's have some fun.
Off the bench.
YourGoodwood.com. T-Bob continually forgetting things has me worried. I know, but you know what I don't forget? How awesome Goodwood men's sexual wellness could be. Got wood? If you don't, you can with Goodwood. Okay? If you're suffering from ED, you don't have to be. So why would you? Why not get confident again? Feel like you used to with a plan that's customized for you with transparent and affordable pricing. Maybe you got some low T, maybe it's some other things. The bottom line is we're going to bring you in. We're going to figure out what your body needs, and we're going to put together a customized plan for you to achieve our max potential. Let's be our best self, okay? Don't got wood? Get it with Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness.
Wow. YourGoodwood.com is the website. See what they can do for you. You go there, you go to the website, you check out a full list of their services. You check out pricing right there on the website. You can book your appointment on the website. Live your life without fear or embarrassment. YourGoodwood.com.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps are held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644.
Good morning. It's at 9 a.m. here on Friday, October 25th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 87 in hour 3 of today's show. Rivers Huey stops by the studio for a full hour of Champagne Shenanigans. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Happy Halloween! Welcome into Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota.
Enter at your own risk.
We're bringing you the spookiest sports talk in town. With Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
It might even horrify you.
Live from the haunted Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Uh-oh! I'm ready for some spooky late October football coming up tomorrow night in College Station. Look at Cam. God, Cam's fits. He's on Rivers Lab. We got First Take on in the studio. It is Friday where Cam Newton goes on First Take. And, I mean, he's just doing classic Cam Newton stuff. His outfits are
that
incredible.
silver hat is phenomenal.
Something.
Wish I almost wore that today.
I was thinking about it as well, actually. That would have been embarrassing if we
They
had
don't
both
have my
showed
size
up
in that
in
for
the,
sure.
in the silver hat.
Melon,
that's
Melon
probably,
doesn't make that one.
That's probably something that's a bit underappreciated about Cam is he's such a massive individual that I would imagine every single one of his fits is custom made. Like on top of
Nobody's
being
built
insane.
like him.
No, like on top of being insane, nobody has the body like Cam has. So LSU's played Texas A&M tomorrow night. Last week, they played Mississippi State, and it was a bit of a dogfight. Now, A&M traditionally struggles in Starkville.
Was that pun intended?
Oh no! Oh wow! No, it actually was not. Wow,
Yeah.
good on me. Yeah,
When
you're in the zone, you're in the zone.
It was like a little bit of a dogfight until T-Bob started texting me. And, jinxing us. And,
You know, honestly, that's the team that I thought Mississippi State would kind of be all season long. Not wins and losses, but a little chaotic energy, and every game's kind of close, and they're going to have some really good offense. So it is at least, going in the right direction for Mississippi State. because
Yeah, that's
I
what
thought it was
said
going
last
to start
week.
like that.
Yeah.
So,
Vibes are good.
maybe they can get Arkansas coming off, a disappointing performance against LSU. But
Van Buren's good, dude. Van Buren has some of the best. If you look at conference-only statistics from a traditional stat line, he actually has like some of the best stats in the entire SEC.
Bestest
stats.
Bestest stats.
A lot of S's there.
Tough to say.
No, he is. He's just young. So,
Yeah.
I think a lot of the mistakes he's making are just mistakes that are because he's a freshman. And he kind of just got thrown in there, But I think he's doing great. We love it. I think our fan base has really rallied behind him.
The problem is, so State forces Wegman into 2 picks, but I'll be damned if they didn't leave a couple on the table.
Oh.
I mean, they had a couple picks that actually could have created the upset, and they just freaking dropped it, dude.
Our defense not being great right now?
I know.
Weird.
Yeah, I know.
But we're still okay. Am I crazy, or don't y'all normally play A&M for Thanksgiving?
No, we do. It's
Texas is back in the league.
new schedule because
Yeah,
Texas
I know,
is
but
back
we're
there.
still playing Ole Miss Thanksgiving.
No, they
right,
made
but
us.
Texas and Texas A&M hate each other, so
Oh,
they're
they
playing
made them the
rivalry.
rivalry.
Now we get Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Got
LSU,
it.
we
y'all
just-
just got Oklahoma.
Yeah, we just get like shuttled to whatever the new guy is.
Yeah,
and
we don't have.
to-
we don't really have.
we have to take them on.
That makes sense.
rival.
I did not consider that, but
They
I was. Because everybody else
manufactured-
stayed the same.
They manufactured A&M. Now we're manufacturing Oklahoma.
And it's a
good time to catch Oklahoma if you're looking for a
it's
win.
true. It took 7 overtime game to make A&M LSU a thing because it was forced, and LSU just like all their rivals have bigger rivals.
Yeah.
Alabama's Auburn. Ole Miss has Mississippi State.
How about the
who else am I missing? Florida has Florida State. at
How
the
about
end of
the subtle shade from Saban on game day last week, basically crapping all over Auburn? Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
Where he was just like,
really watched
for
it,
our
yeah.
players in our program, like Tennessee was always the biggest rival.
Oh, I did. Actually, you know what? I did see
He
that
said,
clip.
like, for the Auburn game, he'd have to work to get them excited and locked in. And for Tennessee, that it was like he didn't have to do it.
Okay, I think actually, if you think about it, like during our time at LSU, like there's some of those games, Ole Miss, Arkansas, that it was a very big deal for them, but for us, it was Florida.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like for Florida, you didn't have to do anything special. But for like the Ole Miss game, because they were down at the time, like all the old heads would be like, hey, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
You got to know it's a big deal.
It's kind of like randomly when we were in college, like Auburn wasn't that good, except for the Cam Newton year.
Yeah.
But like otherwise, they were not good. And so that was never actually a game that was like super
I
worrying.
guess they were good when I was in school, but.
Well, that Saban
Right.
era, they were.
I was thinking
yeah.
when I was in college, they were.
Auburn was deciding
they had
the
Ronnie
SEC
Brown,
West.
Cadillac Williams,
Whoever won the LSU Auburn game was
Jason
winning
Campbell.
the West for a lot of years there. So it all ebbs and flows. And LSU seems to be ebbing or flowing. Ebbing's going backwards, right?
I would assume because flowing is going forward.
Okay. So LSU seems to be flowing
I mean, that
right
would
now.
be my
So does A&M.
That would be my educated guess.
Yeah.
Who's
I
going
would
to
think
ebb?
flow would mean.
Who's going to ebb this weekend? That is the question.
A&M.
Yeah, exactly, Alondra. Hell yeah.
Do you know that speaking of
hard.
Auburn during those times that Jimbo was at Auburn before he got to LSU, and he was trying to get Phillip Rivers instead of Jason Campbell on the roster, and could only convince them to offer Phillip as a tight end and not a quarterback.
Oof.
And Phillip only got the quarterback offer from NC State and wanted to go to Auburn, but they offered him as a tight end. Can you imagine Phillip with Brandon Jacobs, Cadillac Williams, and Ronnie Brown in college?
Dude, no.
They
not
retired
at all.
Phillip's jersey before his last game at NC State.
That's right up there with the LSU wanting Dak to play tight
Sure,
end
that's-
in terms of just like,
You're welcome.
what the hell are we doing, dude?
Remember that old story came out about Mac Brown after he left Texas that like the reason Manziel and RG3 went other places, he wanted them both to play DB.
Yeah.
Do you think that the coaches like think about that in retrospect? They're just like, oof.
Have to.
Or you think they just are able to like, whatever?
No, I mean, that's what sticks with coaches. I always remember in
Auburn
Sean Payton's...
probably should have won a championship during that run. They were
Well,
close.
they were 13-0, and
They're
they didn't get a
undefeated. They didn't
championship.
get a chance, yeah.
Which would never happen nowadays in the SEC.
No.
But oh, great crap. What were you just talking about?
Coaches letting things go.
Yes. I think that does stick with him because Sean Payton, remember when he did his like retirement press conference? Retirement? Liar.
You almost.
Yeah, liar.
You almost said that.
But when he did that, he was like constantly talking about, was it Kyle Van Noy? Who didn't the Saints have him and they cut him twice? Not Van Noy. Who was it?
Rob.
Ninkovich.
Yes. He mentioned Ninkovich 3 or 4 times. He didn't even play here. Why do you keep talking about him? Because they screwed that up. They had him on the roster twice and cut him twice, only for him to go on to be like a sack master.
They cut Al Woods in training camp after drafting him in the 4th round. He played 13 years in the NFL.
Pretty good. That's a lot. You know what else is a lot? Have y'all heard of Karina Kampf? I think that's how you say her name.
Yes.
Kampf. K-O-P-F.
You have?
I don't know what she does, but I've heard the name.
I had heard of her because I knew she was very famous on OnlyFans. I did not realize how famous.
Taylor's like, nope, I don't know that name.
Again, I said I didn't know what she did.
Okay.
I said I didn't know what she did.
If you need to step out while Victoria calls you, just go ahead. We get it.
Again, I prefaced this and said I didn't know what she did.
So
I'm in the clear.
Karina announced her retirement from OnlyFans.
How old is she?
Yesterday. I don't know.
Good for her.
Can you retire?
Good for her.
But yeah, if you think that's good. She made $67 million in 3 years.
I mean, yeah, I would retire
$67 million for 500 photos and 33 videos. And I don't know the nature of the videos, how explicit they get, but that
I feel like if you're making that many millions,
they're probably pretty explicit.
that content to money ratio is absurd. That's not a lot of content.
That's $134,000 per picture.
Good math, dude.
Well, I have a calculator on my phone.
Give me
it works
per
pretty
video
well.
then. Let's say 33 videos, 67 milli. What is that per video?
Isn't that 33,000 or something?
It is.
No,
it's 2 million.
Oh yeah, duh.
I'm
That's
smart.
actually easy math. 2 million per video. That's wild.
That
dude.
is really something.
Shout out to Karina. Good work if you can get it. I was telling them earlier. Things to evolve. I was looking in the mirror last night and I was like, that cake's kind of popping right now. I mean, if things get desperate enough, Snaps doesn't monetize the way I need it to. Who knows? Maybe I'll have Taylor taking OnlyFans pictures of me in the studio next door.
My favorite Evolve You related thing is that video.
Can I get a little cheese myself?
Yeah,
the photographer?
The photographer gets a cut.
Yeah,
Give me a small cut.
We can go right after the show.
Small cut.
So when T-Bob's in my class on Mondays, sometimes he'll be like, hey, will you take a video of me? So then he can use it for content or whatever. So when I think about it, I take a video of T-Bob or whatever. And so I was standing there and he was doing kind of like a move where you're moving around a lot. So I was like, oh, this will be a good video, And so I take it. He posted it yesterday. And it's basically the move is he's sitting down on a box. He's lifting his knees towards him. He's putting his feet back down, and then he's jumping.
You're supposed to explode up.
And so I just took a video. I wasn't thinking about his explosion.
I thought I was jumping so high, dude. I was giving out effort. It was a tough workout. He's this. I'm barely moving.
He's barely getting off the ground.
But they're weighted, to be fair.
They're weighted.
They're weighted, and you're probably already tired.
I was very tired.
Yes.
I remember in the
It was a hard
workout,
workout.
I didn't look at you during that time and be like, he's not moving very much, But when I saw the video with no context, I was like, ooh.
I was watching back.
tough.
I was laughing. I was like, oh my God, that's so bad. Because I thought I was really exploding up.
That's like whenever you see yourself run. Even
Yes.
if you're running fast, nobody really understands what they look like running.
No.
Until you catch a video of yourself and you're like, oof.
You think you're firing out low, and then you watch the video and you just stand straight up.
That is a tough look.
It's a bad feeling. That happened to me at Pro Day. I thought I was running so low, and then somebody told me afterwards, hey, bro, don't stand up next time. I was like, what? I've been training for 4 months. What? Or 2 months, however long it was.
One time I thought I was running the bases super freaking fast, and my dad was like, why were you moving so slow? And I was like, dude, I thought I was hauling ass
but
out
it's
there.
not even the speed of it. It's just what your body looks like when you run. Everyone thinks that they look very athletic when they run, and most of us don't.
Especially nowadays, though, because you probably did look cool when you were younger, high school, college.
Maybe.
It's I ran the 40 in this, and now it's let me check the sundial to see how slow I ran.
You ran a good 400, so you probably looked okay running
you probably
back in the day.
I'm saying back then. Now, no.
So I had a play that we were playing the Steelers, and we were backed up punting. And so, a long way to go. And we had a great punter, Mike Cyphers from Destrehan, shout out. And, he crushed it. And so I go down there, I grab the returner, strip the ball, and start going the other way.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Now I just ran 70 yards full speed, right? I was gassed. And then when I stripped the ball, I was kind of running, but I was also like, are they going to blow the whistle? Is this going to be a touchdown? End up being a touchdown, but I'm talking about I scored, but I'm talking about it looks like I'm running full speed, like trying, but like in my mind, I'm like kind of jogging to the end zone. And so they play the clip on NFL Network. And like 3 of the guys were like, what an incredible play. And Deion Sanders is one of the guys. He goes, man, is he old boy pulling a bus?
Old boy pulling a bus.
And I was like,
that's a slow
he's talking
white
about
boy.
me. Yeah, because it looks like I'm running full speed, and it is the worst like thing you can imagine looking like on an NFL field. And then Deion Sanders says, is he pulling a bus?
Man, you got some bull junk
Look,
in that
if
truck.
you don't even look good running, then we're none of us. That's what you
deal.
do for
That's
your.
not a bad deal.
That's what you do for your job.
That's kind of good. It's coming. I don't know.
It's not bad.
So that's,
I think
hurt me.
that should make everyone feel better.
That's how Isaiah Pacheco runs.
Jake's job was running.
Yeah, true.
And even he didn't look cool sometimes. So like,
No, it was bad luck.
then I feel okay.
The worst fight me and Rivers ever got in was us arguing about who would win in a sprint.
I didn't even.
But we never put
Did
it
we
to
figure
the.
it out?
No, we never put it to the
When I
test.
tell you that we
What
were
kind of shoes you got on right
actually
now?
fighting, like.
What
I
kind of
don't know.
shoes you got on?
No, I
Adidas,
can't run in
no,
these.
it's just not happening.
No.
But when I tell you, like, we
Wait,
joke a lot.
you have Adidas and you have Nikes on. Why can't we do this?
Those
I'm
are
not doing
athletic
it.
shoes.
I'm not doing it. On the outside chance that I could lose, it's just not worth it.
I would come out of these shoes.
It's not worth it.
I just pulled them off that easy.
T-Ball's scared.
We joke a lot on this show, and we'll like
lose-lose.
we'll go back and forth.
Yeah.
No, we were fighting.
Very angry.
Like so much so that like we both left, and we both like we had to like talk about it after.
Apologize.
Like, we had to apologize, and like
that got out of hand.
it got heated. It did. I got very mad at him. I don't know that it.
T-Ball loves an after-show apology.
Look, sometimes you fly.
I've never
a little,
gotten one of those.
Sometimes, Sometimes we have. Sometimes you fly a little close to the sun.
Yep.
And when you're in the stream, and you don't, maybe sometimes you upset someone, and so you just want to make sure that it's all good.
I don't think that it was. Now that I have
really
had some time, I'm pretty removed from it. I'm willing to admit that T-Bob probably would beat me in a race. But I think what made me so mad, this is what it was. This is what made me so mad. He was so convicted about it. Like, there was no even like doubt in his mind. No. And I think that's what made me mad.
Yeah.
No. It was
he didn't even have a chance.
It was like a joke to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what made me so mad.
Exactly. I ran a 5.3. Okay. Not to brag.
Dang, Big Faye is faster than you.
He should be faster than me.
Yeah,
to be clear. He played D-line, everything else.
Big Faye tried to say 4.99.
Yeah.
I thought I was fast,
He keeps
and then I
doing the,
gained
like
30 pounds.
He keeps leaving out just enough information.
And then you
Big Faye
hit him with
does.
something. He's like,
Then
nah,
you hit
it
him
was
with
a
the
5.
actual story, and he turns into Rick James like T-Bob.
Oh, yeah.
$4.99.
All
right, it was one cheesecake.
I still have a all right. Let's do this. Let's go to break. We still got Tay-Tay's Info Story of the Day. We're going to put together a pontoon parlay this hour. We're going to have a lot of fun, drink some champagne. It's flowing. Shout out. Going down very nice early in the morning. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Head over to the Queen of Baton Rouge, thequeenbr.com, your ultimate destination for football. Right there, downtown Baton Rouge. Very easy to get to. The best casino. It's been renovated top to bottom, y'all. And the DraftKings Sportsbook is an awesome place to watch games. We keep telling you about it, man. Wall-to-wall screens, the sound. You got a great bar right there, the 1717 Restaurant and Lounge. You got the great Halloween $100,000 Zoom ball giveaways that you could be entered to win. The bottom line, whether it's just popping in for a couple casino games and some Shaq's Big Chicken, or maybe to go and watch like a Thursday night, Monday night, or just a Sunday slate or Saturday slate, it's all at the Queen of Baton Rouge.
Go to the website, thequeenbr.com, and you will see what we're talking about, it being your ultimate football destination. You can click on that right there on the top banner, and it'll show you that DraftKings Sportsbook that we tell you about all the time. Maybe you watched last night's game there. You can watch Sunday action there. You can watch Monday, Saturday, all day. You can sit there and enjoy it. thequeenbr.com.
The only thing scary about the deals at Bayou Ford is if you miss out on them, like $15,000 off F-150. Bayou Ford has $15,000 off Ford F-150. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
It's an everyday thing here. We work horses in the mornings and we work on the property during the day, and without these John Deere tractors, it'd almost be impossible to keep up with the place. I've dealt with some of the other colors and stuff, and I never really got the response back that I get from John Deere, We really enjoy dealing with Sunshine. They're good people. They always check on us and make sure our equipment's running, and we love them. Flip the switch and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Pour me another drink, 'cause I don't wanna feel a thing no more, hell no. I just wanna sip it till the pain wears off. Pour me.
Let's get back to breaking down the film on Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I said something about Morgan Wallen. Now they keep playing Morgan Wallen. Oh, also not a Morgan Wallen fan?
I just don't like this kind of country music. I think some country music's fine. This is just not my brand of country music.
Told you.
What?
No,
I just don't like it. I'm allowed to not like it.
We knew y'all were going to be
We knew y'all were going to both team up on it.
I think everybody's allowed to like what they like. Y'all like Morgan Wallen? That's great.
I don't think you're allowed to like what you like. I think you have to like what I like because I'm the arbiter of what's cool or not.
That was his point.
That's not my point.
That is.
Y'all want to like this?
I'm glad you agree with me, Rivers.
All I'm going to say is I had the best time ever when I went to go see Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, you would because you're a little Tennessee simp, aren't you? You just love the Vols. Speaking of...
You just pulled that out your ass.
I know.
I was like, where? Is that like something that...
No.
Speaking of being a Tennessee simp, how do we feel about... Or, Rivs, I think we might have talked about it, so I want to know how you feel about it. So, Ryan Williams, freshman superstar for Alabama, made the best play I've ever seen in my entire life against Georgia. He's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He painted his nails orange this week.
Tennessee orange,
right after they lost. I have no problem with painting the nails.
It's not a Halloween thing?
It could be, but you got to be cognizant of the timing here.
No,
you cannot have your entire program get thrust into a hellscape of insecurity about are we actually still great? You lose to your arch rival in Tennessee, and then the next week your best player is rocking their colored nails. I don't know. I don't like it.
No, I'm saying rebuttal.
I hear you. And I do think that he maybe should have a little more self-awareness, but I think that we should acknowledge that perhaps it's like a spooky season situation. I think he should have self-awareness. I don't think he should have done it.
Yeah.
But maybe like he did it for those reasons, and now it's just like it's too late. You've seen it. It's out there.
Thankfully for him, Alabama should kick ass.
Or maybe he's
weekend.
around some little girl. Maybe he has a niece. Maybe he has a daughter. Maybe he has someone who wanted to paint his nails, and that's the color she wanted to paint his nails.
Yeah, the nails, not an issue.
But I'm just saying, like maybe
I
she
let
chose
girls paint my nails back in the day.
Maybe she chose the
Hazard
color.
orange.
You know, are you telling me that LSU loses to Florida and Harley wants to paint your nails blue? You're gonna say no?
Rivers, our team is
He
the
might
Gators
actually
in
say
5th
no.
and 6th grade
I know.
football, and
But
we
my
break
point
it
is-
down
He does
on
love
the
the
team
Gators.
in blue.
He does love the Gators.
And I won't even wear the colors. But I mean, I get your point.
No,
I
but when
bullied-
Harlow gets old enough to be like, Daddy, can I paint your nails blue?
Yeah,
You
she's
are
gonna
gonna
get
be
whatever she
like,
wants.
yes, 100%.
I bullied
Well,
Jake
blue-
into not picking Florida last week because I kept making fun of him for loving Florida
And
so much because he
knows-
kept choosing
he
them.
knows I can't help it.
And then they finally won.
And they won.
No, but I do get he should have had enough self-awareness for whatever reason that it was, whether it was for that or whatever.
One of the
Just
most
don't do it.
self-aware moments I've ever had in my life. I was about 13 years old, chubby,
White roach.
buzz cut, pure pale
White
white roach, braces. And one of my best friends had a sister who was in our same grade. Like we were all, so it was always like boy-girl sleepovers at their house. Everybody's in the same grade, right? And so one night, the girls want to paint our nails. Of course, I'm like, sure, whatever, because you're trying to make out and stuff. So you get my
If
nails
I let
painted.
this girl paint my nails, she will definitely make out with me.
Didn't happen. Didn't happen.
No,
Shocker.
it didn't.
No,
Surprise.
no. But so I get my nails painted, and then I go to the Hawks basketball game the next night with my dad, and I had on black Pacific, black PacSun denim shorts
Love
that were
it.
below my knee
Yes.
Amazing.
with Chinese lettering
Yes.
on the
Oh,
side.
Yes. Yes.
And painted nails. And I just remember thinking, even as a 13-year-old,
You were
like,
thinking, this is my last
I mean,
resort.
I just remember thinking,
Weren't
like,
you?
God, my dad's got to be disappointed in me. like he's being cool about it, but he's got to be like, what is my son doing? He's obviously just like going through
it,
figuring out who he is,
Yeah.
what he's going to be. I used to love those black denim jorts. I thought they were so
Hey,
cool.
you know what?
dude.
Good for Bobby.
I thought they were so
Did you
cool.
have a
For letting
wallet
you just
chain?
roll out
No,
with
I
it.
did not have a wallet chain, but I wanted a wallet chain. And I wanted frosted tips.
And he let you do that.
What shoes we
He
rocking?
didn't let me get the
He
frosted tips.
He let
Don't
you
know on the
work
shoes,
it out.
yeah.
He let you work it out, figure it out.
If I had to guess on the shoes, it's probably like Etnies. Again, I was very into
I don't
PacSun.
even know what that is.
I don't know
It's a
what that is
skateboard
either.
company.
Etnies, yeah. A buddy of mine used to wear
Volcom,
those.
all
I know
those
what Volcom is.
Quicksilver,
Yeah,
all those
yeah,
classic PacSun companies. I loved Element.
Speaking
Could have
of
been Element
which,
shoes.
obviously a little bit older, but I have spent this week just
Hot Topic ass outfit.
I know. Yes. No, for real. Spencer's
Sorry,
Gifts,
but
Hot Topic, all of that. All of
I
that.
have spent the
Backwards
week
hat.
watching
Yeah, probably.
Tell Me
Really?
Lies. Have y'all heard of this?
No, what is Tell Me?
Have you heard? I feel
Tell
like
me.
you
I
more
see the
likely
commercial
than
and they're like,
Bobby.
Tell me lies. Yeah.
I don't think that's on there, but okay, maybe.
Wait.
So
Want to bet?
it's Hulu. It is. Anyways, that part of it doesn't matter. So without giving away the show
Yeah.
premise, it's like a present day and you're flashing back a lot. So but most of the show takes part in the flashback when they're in college. They were in college at the exact same time we were.
Oh.
And they are very true to the outfits. They are very true to the music specifically. So like they're at a frat party, they're playing a rap song that we would have heard
Soulja
like,
Boy?
at that party. I think they played "Walk It Out," like a bunch of different stuff. But then also
Laffy
it's like,
Taffy?
but then also it's like the Killers and like whatever like indie music was going on when we were in college. Like it's a good mix of all the different genres of things that were popular. And I find myself like the show is really good, but I find myself enjoying the show mostly for like the music.
Yeah.
Every time I hear a song, I'm like, oh gosh, that like takes me back to a very specific like memory of college.
I mean, I love One Day on Netflix, and this is not the same thing as that because
No,
these are
definitely
not
not.
songs that I had like that I knew about before. But that playlist, that soundtrack for the TV show, is up there with Garden State
Yeah.
in terms of like
Yeah.
I've been listening to it for months
Did
now.
you see the Garden State thing?
No, what?
So I think it's 25th anniversary or 20th anniversary, which is I know it's a tough scene. But they're getting together in LA. All the artists from the soundtrack are coming and doing a show.
That's cool.
That is going to be
That's a lot of good bands.
an incredible.
I feel
Wait,
like.
what is the place? Meet me at the What's the Jonah Hill movie? Meet me at the.
Get him to the Greek.
Get him to the Greek. They're playing at the Greek.
Meet me at the.
Get
him to the Greek. A movie that has not aged well in some.
I was just about to say T Diddy probably really enjoyed that one too.
That scene is.
It's funny because like P Diddy is playing himself now in retrospect to a degree that is actually insane. Like playing himself to where he's openly admitting to the very crimes that he was doing on a weekend to weekend basis.
But yes, they're playing at the Greek.
Okay, that's cool.
That's where they're playing.
That'd be. I mean, that would be for our age. That would be a top concert. That would be incredible.
But yes, if you haven't, Tell Me Lies. It's also a very good suspenseful show based on a book, but apparently the book and the show just are not like the same. But the show is so good and the music is incredible. So I feel like you would like it just because you would like vibe so hard with the music.
That's one thing I don't love though now is like I was listening to my favorite video game podcast and he's talking about some game that just came out and it's set in a school and it's got this flashback thing, but the flashback is to the early 90s.
Oh.
Like that's like the old school setting nowadays. Like it's no longer, we're going back to the 70s or the 20s or the 30s. It's like, you're jumping back in time to like 1992.
Yeah. All I know is everybody in Tell Me Lies is wearing some real low-cut jeans.
Are they wearing belts that don't actually connect to anything?
They're wearing a lot of
because you girls used to love those belts.
Couture.
That's so true.
I mean,
those belts, yeah.
Those Ashley Simpson ass belts.
You've seen my belts.
Yes.
You've seen my senior portrait. It is there. We did it. I acknowledge it.
It's
They're
actually,
back though. They're actually back. Women are now again wearing useless belts.
It's worth bringing up River's senior portrait because it is so of a time. It is amazing.
It's a low-cut skirt with like a white tight tank,
gosh,
and then the belt is like low around my hip.
And
it looks like a WWE belt.
Isn't there probably
Bejeweled
an undershirt somewhere in there as well? Is there an
No,
undershirt and a
I
shirt?
just had a tank top. But what I used to do,
the girls loved
you would
layers of shirts.
layer the polos. And then like pearl necklaces like wrapped around and then gauchos.
I just remember wearing like 3 different tank tops at once that were different colors.
And they were so long.
You had to
they were so long.
With capris.
I thought the coolest thing like that
But you're probably much younger than me, so I'm like,
Yeah, but I was still wearing stuff like that.
Was a long sleeve collared shirt with a t-shirt over the top. Or a long sleeve shirt that maybe not collared with a t-shirt over the top. Like that was like the height of fashion to me. I felt so empowered and so confident when I would rock that look back in junior high. Felt great.
Thinking about all those layered shirts makes me hot right now. Like there were so many layers of shirts.
You couldn't.
There were so many layers of shirts. Or like there was weird dresses, skirt. I don't know. We were wearing tights under our skirts.
Oh my god.
Jean skirts, dude.
Yes.
Jean skirts. Jean skirts were all over the place.
Yeah.
Jean
skirts are making a comeback.
Really?
I've been wearing them.
Yeah, there you go.
And I've been wearing like the long ones too.
Yeah, the long ones are back in.
A pencil denim skirt.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat said thongs above the jeans. Yeah.
That was a thing.
That was a
back
thing.
then.
Yeah.
You know what they call that? The whale tail.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a whale tail coming out of the water.
And then the Juicy Couture,
Yeah.
Juicy Couture sets, like the velvet.
Oh yeah, the juicy
I never
tracksuits.
felt cooler than I was walking around campus in my teal velour Juicy suit.
Wearing a shirt under a short sleeve button up but leaving it unbuttoned was a vibe. Absolutely, Ava. 1,000%. Washmouth says tennis skirts were huge back in 2002. I mean, tennis skirts. You want to talk about something that's back.
Yeah.
I feel like every mom at school pickup has a tennis skirt on.
That's the trend I can't get behind.
Every single one. It seems very comfortable.
Yeah,
to be fair, right? With the built-in shorts and everything.
I just don't think I'd look cute in it.
I think I played tennis for long enough to where wearing a tennis skirt just casually feels strange to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love wearing clothes for a day, and if it's something like, athleisure or whatever, then instead of washing them right away, saving them for a workout, then washing them. So you're getting kind of you're double dipping.
But I would never work out in a tennis skirt. I would exclusively play tennis in a tennis skirt.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I wouldn't even wear it to do anything else in.
God, tennis is fun, dude.
You still doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Still in it?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Just got a big. Last time I was on the court, 8-6. In back-to-back tiebreakers. How about that? Not to brag. It was 2.5 hours, and my body was wrecked all of last week because of it. Jake's jawline was made for a Peaky Blinders cap. I agree. Jake, you haven't done enough, how the Rizzler does this
Oh,
thing.
do it.
Yeah,
do it,
you don't do enough of that.
Do it into the camera.
You know, you got to kind of.
I'll just like get it close, get it tight.
You got to kind of
I don't
push
know
your
what they're talking
lips,
about
maybe
either.
cock an eyebrow, like.
I don't really know what they're talking
You've
about.
never seen the Rizzler do that?
I don't.
Everybody does that. So you know, like, oh yeah, look at that. That's good. But you got to do this. You got to point to the sharp
gotta go like
edges.
this.
Yeah, it's like if you like mewing. We've talked about mewing
I
on
feel
the
like
show.
my hand size maybe takes away from it.
Well, just do a little back of the finger.
Hey, you do just like one finger?
But do we know? I mean, do y'all know what
What does
mewing?
that mean?
It's,
I don't know what does this mean?
it's showing off how like sharp the edges of your jaw.
People are
are.
just out here doing that.
That's what cows do, right?
Yes,
Oh
that is
my
what
God,
cows
this
do.
guy. The jokes today are
that's
just
mooing. We're talking about
Same thing.
mewing.
It's all the same thing.
It's where you like flex your tongue
The Rizzler does it.
in your jaw a little bit, and you're supposed to like increase your like jawline over time. It's like
But the
a workout.
Rizzler does not have a jawline.
Or you can just get a
Okay,
jaws
let's
size.
not.
He doesn't.
Let's not fat shame a kid here.
I'm not
Mommy,
fat
okay?
shaming him. He
The
doesn't have
Rizzler
a-
doesn't have a
he doesn't
jawline
have a
right
jawline.
now. He'll have a jawline one day.
not fat shaming
Okay.
him.
We
He
love the
doesn't.
Rizzler.
I don't know who you are talking about.
I don't either, actually.
Boom.
I know. I am.
Wow,
I
you're
know,
a chronically online ass doesn't know about the
I
Rizzler?
know who the Rizzler is, but he's also like really popular with fourth graders. So I think that
Hell
maybe
yeah.
like my.
Well, he's
I
in
don't
fourth
know.
grade.
My-
I don't know who he is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that maybe my content consumption is not the same as like a fourth grader.
You don't mess with Boom or
Neither's
Doom?
mine.
I don't mess with Boom or Doom, but I see them every
We bring
single
the
day.
boom.
My algorithm is
What
very
we
specific.
do, we bring the boom.
You're the one with kids that maybe are that age. I have no idea.
I love
but
AJ and
my-
Big Justice.
My kids are
What's
like,
crazy is like y'all are usually
they're worried
more,
about Justin Herbert versus
Yeah.
Joe Burrow. They're not worried about.
I'm chronically online, but truly, like my algorithm is exactly where I want it. Like it gives me what I want and need, and not necessarily the Rizzler.
Y'all are just
So-
more meme literate than I am, so I'm surprised I know who this is.
Yeah, I
and y'all
agree.
don't.
I agree.
I
do
know who
too.
the Rizzler is. I didn't know this thing,
Yeah.
or I didn't know that's where it came
Well, it's
from.
because I saw a video of him at the Met game.
Yep,
the Mets
and he
game
was
going
was
like
killing it, dude.
He was doing
killing
that
it.
a lot.
People were
Yeah.
loving him, even though now they're wearing Yankees gear. You know, pick a side, AJ and Big Justice.
I know,
What are we doing here? We
Aren't
Yankees
they from-
fans,
aren't they from Florida?
Mets Fans.
We
They
bring
well,
the boom.
they're the classic. Like
went
they're
to-
they're definitely from the Northeast originally. Listen to them talk.
Was the
but
FIU
they
or
live in
Florida Atlantic or somebody let them
Yeah,
run out of the tunnel
FAU,
with them?
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
I want to get them on the show.
I mean, that would cost money.
You think so?
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
AJ does nothing for free.
No, nothing.
How old
Seems
is
like the
that?
guy.
I don't. Who's,
AJ's the dad. Big Justice
Okay.
is his son.
Yeah.
okay.
Y'all have
Who's
lost
the
me.
Rizzler?
The Rizzler's like not
Like his
even
He's their
related
cousin.
to him.
He's like,
just,
oh.
okay, he's
He's
the
their
cousin.
cousin. He's just a cute little
All right,
chubby
I gotta
cuz.
look this up.
Why are you fat shaming him?
I said cute little chubby cuz. You're the one
He
that said he doesn't
doesn't
have a
have-
jawline.
He doesn't.
What are you talking about?
You just called him
Those are
chubby.
completely different. Yeah, I was chubby. That's what I'm saying. He'll grow out of
This
it.
is what he was talking about, I guess. For the
Got
reason
it. Okay,
eyebrow.
I see what you mean. He's just not even old enough to have a jawline.
Yeah,
No, he's like
exactly. That's what I'm
Exactly,
saying.
and you're
dude.
calling me a fat shamer.
Look, I don't know. Dude. I'm just saying.
Fat people can't fat shame.
Big David Justice, am I right? Says Eric Truss. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. I love David Justice. That was my
Yeah,
guy
I did
back
too
in
at the
day,
time.
dude.
Ron Gant, Jeff Blauser, Mark Lemke,
Ooh, Ron Gant, Mark Lemke. God, I haven't thought about that. Send that man to Goodwood.
Terry Pendleton, Sid Bream,
Terry Pendleton,
MVP.
he was incredible. And his
Otis
son,
Nixon.
his son was in my little brother's grade. It was funny. His son was not the most athletic, which was just really, really wild to see firsthand. All right, let's. Yeah, I knew this. There's. Let's go to break actually because we have to because of timing. All right, NFL story of the day today when we get back.
Off the bench.
Go to iticollege.edu, iticollege.edu. Here's the number, guys, if you want to let them know that you came from OTB. That is 267-8003, 267-8003. ITI for a better life. You want to get that better life, get the career, get some long-term stability in your life, ITI is the answer. They're right there off of Airline Highway. Beautiful campus. Faculty with at least 4 years of real-world experience teaching you. They will schedule your classes for you, make it work around your schedule. So even if you're working full-time, guys, you can still get that degree in 2 years and then through like their job fairs, you know, be very set up for success afterwards. Go to iticollege.edu today.
Yeah, that campus that T-Bob's talking about right there off Airline Highway. Go to the website. You get an overview of the campus. You can also schedule a tour of that campus on their website, iticollege.edu.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Butter lettuce. Yeah. Yes, wait, listen.
What is this?
We call him Big Justice, cause that's what he serves.
We bring the boom!
Oh, wow.
This is AJ and Big Justice. Yeah.
I got that.
We bring the boom!
Oh.
We bring the boom!
Are you hyped up?
Yeah, I love these guys.
No. I'm actually.
We bring the boom to everyone.
It all started because they did a random TikTok
I'm not sure if I want the lore.
judging Costco chicken bakes against Costco double chunk chocolate cookies. And that's how they now make millions of dollars. That's how they now make millions of dollars.
Every video is the exact same.
Every video.
I'm not sure.
And they make millions of dollars.
I'm not sure I need the lore. I think I'm just fine with accepting that this exists in our world and just being with it.
I did see the Pat McAfee show doing that, and I didn't know what it was from.
Give me AJ and Big Justice over Morgan Smolin any day.
Morgan Smolin?
Yeah, you like that?
That is funny.
It's a classic Trump technique. Morgan Smolin. Bad music. Not my country music. Could it be? I cannot.
My favorite is.
Wait for tomorrow night, dude.
My favorite is Tiny Matt.
Tiny Matt. Tiny Matt is funny.
Tiny Matt?
Tiny Matt, yeah. That's the worst part about the T-Bot account being suspended. Their Trump parodies were actually...
It's suspended?
Free
suspended,
T-Bot.
dude.
That actually tracks because I haven't gotten tagged in a while.
But I'm saying, yeah, true. But in a
My
world...
mentions are surprisingly clear.
In a world where Twitter is all just porn, somehow T-Bot found a way to get suspended.
What did he get suspended? Marler gets suspended every 4 seconds.
There's no,
this is like his 4th account.
Yeah.
How do you get look, to be fair, I did actually get suspended on Twitter one time, and it turned out do you remember this?
Yeah.
Long story short, so I got suspended. I got the email. Like, I could not get back in the account. You can appeal. They didn't give me the reason. They just said you broke like these.
Yeah, T-Bot has no reason either.
So then I appealed. No one ever got back to me. I got lucky because I knew someone who worked at Twitter.
Oh.
And they like got in and they were like, we'll check on it for her.
Yeah.
And then it turns out, and so she came back to me and she's like, hey, you're not allowed to tell anybody that. So I think the time has passed. I think we can tell people this.
How about T-Bot then?
No, so she came back, and then Twitter basically was like, we're going to unblock her, and she didn't do anything wrong, but don't tell her it was on us.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's impossible if you...
Did you tell her?
Huh?
Did you tell her?
Tell her. No. She told me. Like, I got suspended. She was talking to the Twitter person. The Twitter person was like, okay, I'm unblocking your friend. Tell her she's good to go. Tell her that's our badge. She actually didn't do anything wrong, but she's not allowed to tell anybody that.
You just go back and immediately bash them.
I didn't. This is probably one of the first times I've said it, like, in public. But, whatever. It's not even Twitter anymore.
Yeah, I mean, so maybe get her help out T-Bot a little bit here, dude. We need T-Bot back on the streets.
I wonder, but so he has any idea what he might have posted?
No.
No.
It's
I had a
maybe
theory
the theory that I think he got busted for like impersonating someone or something. What? I don't know. I can't
Much
remember.
Weird stuff happens on Twitter, X,
I know.
whatever. I can't believe.
I mean, it's supposed to be the free speech platform, and T-Bot's out here getting suspended for making like
suspended
Aggie jokes.
For impersonating someone when your name is literally T-Bot. Like, you're not trying to hide it.
No.
I think the thing that most people get blocked for, and that's what I thought maybe happened to me, is that if you post like copyrighted material, sometimes they'll suspend you.
Yes, I've gotten strikes like
that. Like, I thought about
maybe
like I posted a football video or like something, and they like took it down, and it sucked because it happened right after I had Grant. And so all I was doing was like up at 3 a.m. just doing nothing. So I didn't even have Twitter at that point.
I will say this. Remember how I was saying for a while the new Twitter algorithm was becoming like E-Bomb's world? It was like a lot of like death and like extreme stuff.
Yeah.
I have finally wrested control. I hit the not interested in this button enough times.
Oh, yeah.
Where now my algorithm on Twitter is sucking me in.
See,
it's just a lot of really stupid
I don't look at for
memes.
you. I just look at following.
See, I changed up now. For you sucks me in. It really does.
I don't do for you.
Unfortunately.
Because I'm like, I didn't choose to follow these people. I like
agree.
to keep my list very curated and specific.
I agree. Watchmouth says, I never see erotica on X. Well, I mean, Google, search any word on X. Search, I'm not joking.
I actually don't see it a lot either.
Well, no. You have to go searching it out.
No,
what
but
I'm saying
like,
is,
even when I'm searching for stuff, like people say that. They're like, search any word. Like, I have done a lot of searching, not for
Give me a
porn,
word.
but like for stuff.
Give me a word.
Yeah, but your algorithm is different from mine.
No, it's not algorithm. This is search.
Gosh,
Give me a
T-Bot,
word.
you follow a
Give me
lot
word
of
on the
people.
No, your algorithm bases how it populates your search. So it's going to give you different things than it's going to give me. Based on what it knows that you like.
You follow 4,261 people.
I don't even follow 1,000 people.
I'm not precious about these follows.
Hey,
I like following.
Thank you. I got shout out to you. You got me to 10K.
Rivers, you follow.
Yo, you hit 10K?
I hit 10K.
Let's go, dude.
Oh no! I'm 5 away!
Oh,
I got
no. Back
You
down.
followed 953.
Follow me.
Follow Rivers, guys. We got to get her to 10K.
I always say, I'm like, when I get to 10K, I'm just going to retire.
275. Good. That's good. Tay, oh, you don't have Twitter.
No, somehow.
Why? Do you get on Twitter? Do you sneak on?
No.
Do you have a private account? What do they call it on Instagram? A Finsta?
burner. Oh,
do you
yeah,
have a Finsta?
A Finsta.
No,
But like
I don't have
for
a Finsta.
Twitter?
No, the only thing he has is an Aggie account on
You
Texas.
really don't even like aren't curious like
It's so
the
weird
news
because
part of Twitter?
the only
He's
Twitter
tailor-made
made
for
him.
Twitter.
Yes.
The only
He's
Twitter I
tailor-made
get
for
on
Twitter.
is like the 1045 account when I'm posting something.
But, like,
Oh, that's what he does. He
But my
slews
point
from
is
there.
like
does.
you can
Yeah.
curate it. Like
He
I
slews
only
from
see what I want to
145.
see. Like I see news and sports stuff and like maybe some jokes.
Guys,
You know?
it's not that I'm against Twitter. I've honestly just never sat down and created a Twitter.
Let's
Just
see if I
never
search
really wanted
back.
to.
What if we did that today for you? What if we just handed us your
Taylor,
phone?
you
and we
have
just-
all of these
I mean,
takes.
yeah, I would-
you
I
have
would
all
do it.
You have
these
so
takes in
many
your
takes.
body, dude.
I mean,
You
if
gotta let
y'all
him
want
loose.
me to, I will. I mean, I
I
don't
think
care
you
one
would,
way or the other.
I think you would enjoy it. From just like even the news standpoint, like the sports news.
It is legitimately the best place for news.
But the
like
name
if
has
you want
to
to
be
like,
Tay-Tay.
so we do a lot of prep for the show, right? And so it's like when I want to find like a sound bite or the best meme, I can count that. I can search that coach's name, and it will populate me the thing, like the best thing about him to play. Anyway, all right, let's go to break. Ask the bench. Real quick, do remind me about Central Plumbing, centralplumbing.org, 925-8552, centralplumbing.org. Your one-stop plumbing shop for all your plumbing needs. Been at for half a century, guys. Flat rate pricing, great warranty coverage, licensed, bond insured employees. Centralplumbing.org. Ask the bench coming up next.
Off the bench.
GEAUXTommies.com. Go Tommies.com. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. You need Hardy Plank or vinyl siding, wood or vinyl windows. You need any type of door. Make Tommy's one of the bids on your project. If you're thinking about just make Tommy a bid, like that's, I'm not even telling, make them a bid and let them prove to you why they've taken home the Angie Super Service Award every year they've been in existence. Also, the great part about these upgrades to your home is that if it's something like vinyl windows, like when you think about the money that you save in cooling and heating and energy costs over time, they quite literally pay for themselves. It is an investment as much as anything else. GEAUXTommies.com, go Tommies.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you can check out testimonials of past clients. Also check out a gallery of work that they have done in the community. But also remember, if you have a custom job, something that you have in your mind, they can come out, they can get that done as well. Any custom job, they've got you covered. Go Tommies.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Join us at Pro Dreams in Mandeville for our special event, A Day of Champions. Meet LSU National Championship winning head coaches Jay Johnson, Skip Bertman, and Paul Maneri. Don't miss your chance to purchase authentic sports memorabilia, autographed by the champions themselves. It's the perfect opportunity to celebrate LSU baseball and take home a piece of history. Visit pro-dreams.com to get your tickets. See you there.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency. The light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
All right, go to Trash Rangers, guys. All your trash pickup needs, residential, If you're a business, they can handle them. Taylor, let's play that punt return from
Only if you have
Jakey
sound, because you have to hear Dion make fun of
listen
me.
To,
okay.
Listen to
we
Dion.
got
we have the thing.
Yeah,
but you have to listen.
Chargers are punting. Stephon Logan is stripped.
Get down, little fella, get down.
And here comes Jacob Hester out of it.
Put him in a bus, isn't it?
That's a touchdown.
It's a heads-up play by the Chargers. Strip him. Take it out of there. He's not down. Go get it.
And suddenly, everybody thought the play was over, and Hester's running, and no whistles, no flags.
I know.
Sir,
It looks funny, right?
You were
so fast, like a little chubby kid trying to make it.
But you could tell, like, in my mind, I'm like, is this going to count? Is this going to count?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
for
I
sure.
look so goofy.
I actually don't think you looked that
He looked
bad.
pretty goofy. No, he looked pretty goofy. He looked pretty goofy.
Anytime
right?
Dion Sanders goes,
yes,
boy,
he
boy,
absolutely
he pulling
looked
a
pretty
bus.
slow
Did
running.
you think he
Yeah.
looked goofy?
I think it looked like he had the parachute on.
But it is. But it's an incredibly tight play.
Yes.
To be fair,
Honestly, didn't think it looked that bad.
those arms were pumping. Says Daniel. I agree.
Mike Tolbert clowned me for this play.
Stephon Logan
Weeks.
I feel like if that's
Whit?
you at your least athletic looking,
That is. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think I've
not
ever
bad.
felt
That's
more
not bad. Yeah,
unathletic.
get
that's a good
out of
place.
here.
No, your least athletic is still the ref outrunning you. Guys, I am going to
There's
watch
no
the
way,
Pelicans
though,
game tonight. Don't
'cause
worry.
There's no way.
What?
No, that's way more unathletic than that.
No, because the play preceding it was even more incredible than an 80-yard touchdown run in college. Like, that's crazy. That's a crazy strip touchdown right there. Did y'all end up coming back?
Nah.
Damn.
But I did block a punt for a touchdown 2 weeks later.
Hell yeah, bro. Did it in college, too.
Almost made the Pro Bowl that year.
Washmouth says it looks like he had to poop.
Maybe I did.
Ask the Bench, brought to you by Cold Curd Light Video Shares from Blue Moon Light Sky Citrus Sweet. Ask the Bench.
That's so goofy.
Why does this show suck? I need T-Bob's A&M rant on Saturdays. Definitely not on Friday at 7:45 a.m., followed by a debate on a chubby 7-year-old, there's jawline or not. Get it together, boys. All right, Gulf South. I'm in a good mood. I'm going to allow it.
I'm usually the reason that we go off on that kind of tangent. Today, I had no idea what was going on.
Obviously, Gulf South does not bring the boom.
He does not. He's
Gulf South gets a doom.
Yeah.
Ask the Bench what predict what the OTB Barrett's ranking will be. I don't know. I just don't want to go down, but I haven't done much work with Barrett's lately. I need to make sure they're still happy.
We got to
with
get
us.
you on some interviews or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
okay.
agree.
Yes.
What are you dressing as for Halloween? I have to be Woody. And that's I like Woody. Woody's fine, but like Bobby gets to be Buzz. You know what Odie, my middle child?
Bobby gets to be Buzz.
You know what Odie wants to be? And she is like dead set it. She wants to be the alien. It's some major Mean Girls energy. She just wants to be the goofy ass little alien.
I love that.
Yeah, I
the
agree.
aliens are cute.
I know. I'm sad that I don't wear my
The
claw.
Hey, screw A&M. Have a weekend, guys. Let's go.
Off the bench.
Go to K to Z window coverings, KTOZblinds.com. Why K to Z? Because reviews are top notch. To give people a ton of information, you're going to know significantly more about window treatments than you did when Brandon and the team walks in. It's the process. It's everything, right? It's the expertise, created plan based, customized, like on your home. And it's any price point. You got a starter home of your dreams. We work with any budget. Complimentary installation. What are we talking about here? Rafe Rhymes called it the best investment he's ever made. Go to K to Z window coverings, KTOZblinds.com.
Yeah, I've told you this, and this is, factual. It changed the complete dynamic of my interior and exterior of my home. There's not a Sunday where we're not going to drop that shade and watch football all day with no glare. And again, this is on the outside of the home. It shades that area, the living room, changes the temperature in the room. It'll do it for you as well. K2ZBlinds.com.
I've been doing business with Luber for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you in a new 2024 Ram 1500 truck for only $32,898. $32,898 for a new Ram 1500 truck. All new Bayou automotive vehicles come with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.